Hold the corpse. Hold the corpse. Rambunctious. They are going to be rambunctious. Here's the video, the famous video. Let's put it on this side. It's a light. The infamous couple. There they are. In their interview. Here's this three. here's this three. There's this three. Keep them close. Then chalk. Came in the house. Saw him there. Came back out. Didn't see him there. Here they go. The infamous video. I got some questions for these two. I got some questions for them. These two. We got some questions. We got questions. Questions. Guess what, you guys? Yeah, I keep going over and over this video. And I'm going to tell you some strange shit about this video. There's the liars. There they are. The liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire. I got some questions for you, Jackie and Trezelle. Yeah.
But everybody came out in droves.
Everybody came out in droves except them. We got questions. Come on, you guys. We got some more questions for them. There's the infamous couple.
We just want to thank everybody. And please, if anybody...
I'm going to tell you guys something that is very wrong with this video. Okay? Watch. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with this video. Watch this. Keep watching. Keep watching.
They are going to be.
Yeah, we know, Trezelle. Rambunctious. We know. Yeah, you got mad at yourself for saying that, didn't you? Here they are. The infamous couple. Listen to this. Watch. Watch. Let you guys listen to this. Watch this. There is something definitely wrong with this video. And I'm going to show you guys something. We're going to keep going over and over and over this video. Watch this. I'm going to show you guys.
That's understandable. I would think the same thing. That's exactly the point.
That's exactly the point.
Guess what? No.
He's
all I want to find a baby.
Right. Okay, Trezelle. You wasn't even never looking for your babies. I want you guys to watch this. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but watch. Just keep watching. And I'm going to get to the part. The whole video is rambunctious. He going to tell everybody else to get back out there to go look for his kids. But listen to this. Wait, let me see if I can turn it up. I'm going to see if, listen. Watch this, you guys. I love that cameraman. He like, look at his hands. Look at his hands.
I don't see why they got one.
I don't see why they got one, but they got one. I want you guys to listen to something. Watch this. Listen. I'm going to tell you where to listen at. And I'm going to rewind it again. Watch. Listen to this. They're going to get cussed out and all that. Watch. But I want you to listen to what little Miss Jackie says. Watch this. And then I'm going to tell you guys something. I've been watching this over and over. And watch what she does. Watch what she says. Watch this.
Are out here looking already just to stay put.
Little Miss Jackie.
More questions.
Yes, I have a candle lit
with us the whole time in there
for the babies.
We would ask them to go help. They had to sit down.
Nope.
We said, no, we got the best out there.
So it's not,
watch this, you guys.
I don't want you guys thinking we didn't try.
This is for Classic and Sincere. I always light a candle every night for them. Listen. I'm going to tell you the part. Listen to this.
Yes.
Listen. Keep listening. It's coming. Watch. And I don't know nobody in America that would make this mistake. But listen, watch. I'm getting ready to tell you guys where it's at. Watch this. Now watch. Keep listening. I hope you guys can hear it. And if you can't hear it, I'm gonna rewind it.
After we searched,
watch what Jackie says. Watch. I've been watching this I watch it every day, at least once or twice a day. Now listen. It's coming. Watch what Jackie does. Watch what she says.
What do you guys want people at home to?
It's coming. Listen. Watch this. I want you guys to listen and tell me if I'm tripping, okay? Listen to this. Watch. And tell me if I'm tripping. Or is it Jackie tripping?
It's difficult.
I'm gonna show you.
Everybody's
Watch.
making their own, their own conclusions.
And let me know if you can hear this. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Listen.
We're not sure.
Watch what she says.
Like everything, we're not sure. We said what we knew, and if
I'm going to tell you the part in a second. That's why I'm talking over her.
Or anything.
I want you to listen real careful to this and see if you guys caught this, because
I have
I caught this.
All my newest were on my phone.
Okay, watch. We know it's all bullshit, but watch. Okay, listen. It's on. She's gonna say it. Watch. Hold on.
What kind of boys are these?
Hey, LV, love you. But listen to this, LV. I want to see if you caught this. Listen to this. It's coming. Watch this.
Of course, they would love to go out.
Tell me if you can hear this or not.
Out here. So,
no, not that. Watch. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. And that too, but damn patches. And I'm wondering if there's something under the patches somewhere.
They came missing right before it got dark.
Listen, I want you to hear this. I'm gonna tell you when she says it. Watch. And I don't know if anybody else caught this, but listen, because I've been listening to this shit every day. It's coming. She's getting ready to say it. Hold on.
When I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that
LV, listen to this, what this bitch is getting ready to say. And I have never, in my 50 years, have done this myself. Is it low? I'm trying to...
No, they were in the backyard. And the back gate was open.
I'm gonna tell you, and if you can't hear it, LV, I want you to go look it up and see if you can you'll catch it on yours. Listen. It's coming.
We're talking about your boys who you're, I understand.
God, I wish this would go louder. I don't know why it's not. I should have it hooked up to a speaker.
We'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area.
Listen to this, LV, what she does. Watch what she says. They're going to get confused a little bit, when they ask them about their names. But watch this what she fucking does.
I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around.
Tell me if you can.
They definitely.
Okay.
I think definitely.
She getting ready to bust out with it. Hold on. Listen to this shit. Listen what this bitch does.
No.
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 They've never taken off.
No.
You guys are new to Cal City, right?
Yep.
How long have you
Okay,
guys
they're
been
gonna go
living
through
here?
all these questions.
Three
But
months?
listen to what this bitch says. I was just watching and I'm like, did this bitch just?
The neighbors weren't out here.
We were looking.
We were looking.
Lying. Ain't looked. Didn't even come out the house.
Where do you live?
And I was wondering why she kept saying the patches.
Oh no.
And I understand.
But listen to what she says.
I have 9
Watch
kids.
you.
There's
There's
outside
no
in the backyard.
way
After
I'm
this.
gonna leave my kids unattended.
And tell me if you ever heard this before.
We get that. We get it.
They were in the
We
backyard.
feel it.
Okay, she getting ready to
You
fuck
said
it up.
that-
Hold on.
I've been
okay, y'all
going
know
through it all
y'all
the
finna,
2
y'all
days.
finna go inside the house, right? Y'all are foster parents, right?
No.
Okay,
we're
well, y'all
adopted
adopted
parents.
them,
Yeah,
right?
they are
Okay.
children.
We're
Shut the
adopted
gate.
parents, but we
Go
said
in
we
the
only
house.
got
Why
4
did you take
kids.
both of y'all
We're
to go in the house
adopted
and leave
parents.
them outside by themselves?
Okay, she getting ready. They getting ready to say it. Hold on.
We
We already told on
said
camera.
I
We already
need
told
y'all
camera.
No,
on
listen.
cameras last night. I
No.
need to see y'all out here praying with them people. Them people was out to take care of my nephew. Not this, not
I
supposed
keep
to happen.
going through this,
Y'all was
watching
supposed
this
to take
shit
care of my nephew.
every day.
You act-
If anybody's watching at home who knows anything, or if somebody who has these kids, if they're watching, what is your message to them?
The message has always been as soon as possible, call the California City Police
Whatever,
Department.
Trizelle. Get your
And
ass
please
off the damn thing.
bring our babies home.
I got my candle lit for the babies
one of the
every
reasons
night.
why we
This
actually
is their
do
little
want
This is the
candle
reason
that I
why.
like.
Because
the Bio family.
we were under orders to stay in the house and stay because they're going to need to contact us. And we cannot go outside, and that was the issue. And that was the issue. We were under orders by the cops to stay home in
I
the
wonder
house.
if anybody
and let
asked the police,
let
did they
the
tell them to
professionals
stay in the
look.
house? They can't look for their kids.
If
Come
they were
on.
children, regardless of what somebody told you, wouldn't you want to go look for them?
Well, we have a cop actually posted in the front
Yeah,
door
but you
right
know how
there.
cold it is at night? Would you
We-
not
I
think
totally
about-
understand that.
understand.
We
We totally.
understand.
If you
Oh,
guys please,
God.
if you guys actually have that question, you should ask the police officer.
Look at her getting all hypey.
Yeah.
She mad because she got to be out there. Watch what this, listen to what this bitch says. Watch this.
Exactly.
LB,
That's the
listen to
one we're
this.
trying
Watch.
to figure
No,
I'm gonna tell you.
How did they disappear? How did they go out? You guys had the house supervised already, and my question is, why were they the only 2 children out? Where were the rest of the kids?
The rest of the kids were with grandma.
With who?
They left. They went on vacation.
They left. They
So
went
they did it.
to Miss
No, because they're
Wanda's
too young.
house.
young. We watched them. And it turns out that that
And
happened.
evidently you wasn't
They're
watching
older.
nobody.
Just really quickly before we guys.
Listen to this.
First and last
Listen.
names, spelling of both. For both
Watch.
of you guys.
Listen to Jackie spell her name.
Say it again.
Listen.
Just first and last name,
Spelling of who or what?
or just your first and last name.
Oh, our names.
Trezell West
Jacqueline
is
West.
Trezell
Listen.
West.
Okay, and for you,
JACQUELINE.
I'm sorry, one more time.
JACQUELINE.
Did that bitch just spell her name wrong?
Yes.
That bitch just spelled her name wrong. She spelled her name wrong. Does this bitch not know how to spell her name? She spelled it fucking wrong. Is that Jackie's name? Did you hear that? She spelled her fucking name wrong. First she spelled it one way, and then she spelled it another way. Is that bitch's name? Because listen, have you ever in your life writing your name as a child, writing your name as a grown-up on everything we have to write our name on, have you ever spelled your name wrong? Is that bitch's name? Something ain't right about these motherfuckers. I swear, something is not right. And what about the kid's name? Oren and Orson. Did they LV, did they change those kids' names? Did they legally change those kids' names? Or were they just calling them that? This is some bullshit. And you tell me that the police are not, I mean, when are they going to be arrested? I'm just like, I had enough already. Did they change? You know what? These people did not change those kids' name. Hey, Rainmaker. Chazelle and Jackie did not change those kids' names. Those kids are still named Classic and Sincere. There's nothing that says those kids' names are changed. That's a red flag. Why aren't those kids' names? Why are they calling those kids? And they're not even calling the kids those names, because I've never even heard them say their names. Their names are still Sincere and Classic. That is a freaking red flag. Why are they calling them Oren and Orson? They haven't changed their names legally. This whole fucking thing is just a wreck. These people, they haven't changed their names. Um, um, Jackie and Chazelle is not married. They're not married. They're just running all these freaking scams, and they're not fucking arrested yet. We named them. They're ours. Like there's some property. They're like they were property to them. And then come to find out their names aren't legally changed. Their names are still Sincere and Classic. So why terrorize the kids and tell them that they got new names? Why would you do that to some kids that have already been called Sincere and Classic? And then you get them, and then you lie and say, we changed their names. That is not the truth. They're going to be arrested, you guys. They are. Donna, hi, baby. How are you doing, mamacitas? How are you doing tonight, ladies? Nope, nothing I have there. I see through the welfare department, and they are going under math Classic and Sincere still. LV, so you knew that too, huh? Why would they do that? That is horrible. That's a horrible thing to do. And then you didn't do it. That is just crazy to me. Why would you tell these kids that their names are something else and then they're really not? And why does these two, and I don't know if they have a joint checking account. I don't think so. What is Trezell doing with money in his account? Where do you get that money from? And he ain't working. Who gave Trezell some damn money? Somebody gave Trezell some money, and they need to figure out where that money came from, because Trezell got money in his account, you guys. They need to figure out where the hell that shit came from. We got an update that they were seen at the mall here in Bakersfield. The two underage boy and girl they were with called them by their original name. Mm-mm. LV, that is freaking crazy. These people are they're narcissists for sure. Trezell is a controlling ass motherfucker. And that is horrible for you to tell some kids that their names are this, and really they still have the same name. So why go through the process of even hurting those kids like that? I could just imagine if my kids came home and I'm like, yeah, your name is this now, and that's what we're calling you, and forget about that other name. Even if they are 2 and 3 or 1 and 2, I mean, they've been called these names since birth. Why would you do that to them? There's some savages, you guys. And where is Trezelle getting money from? They need to figure out who gave Trezelle some money. They really do. They need to look at his bank account, because the money that he has right now, it had to be like transferred into his account, a direct deposit or something. He didn't walk up to the bank and put that money in there. Somebody put that money in there. And I bet you if they figure out who put that money in his account, they gonna figure out where those kids are. Oh my God, is it at that much now? What? They need to figure out where that money came from. Because I bet you if they figure out who transferred that money into this dude's account, they gonna figure out what happened to them kids. And I'm gonna tell you guys, these kids ain't at Disneyland. They are not at no Disneyland. Whatever happened to those kids, and if somebody has them, trust me, it ain't good. It is not good. They know who. They better find out who put that money in Trezelle's account, because that's gonna lead them to these kids. Because there's no way he's not working. Where in the hell does this crazy numbnuck get 160K from in his account all of a sudden, when they didn't have no money? They haven't had any money, you guys. Somebody put some money in their account. Kids themselves, in order for the case to be transferred here to Bakersfield. Wow. This case is I don't know what these two are into, but it's some shit going on out there. I believe that they into some these two might even be into some Illuminati type shit or something. I mean, have anybody ever thought about the kids might have got sacrificed or something? They're trying to say that they were in a car accident and Miss Wanda, and they're barely getting money now. Oh my goodness. Okay, do you guys remember, like I Googled, when I Googled Miss Wanda's house, the old house she used to live, the dirty house, Miss Wanda's house, it had a car that was crashed in the front. Do you think that car accident, or why? But why would he be getting $160,000 from a car accident? Is a sacrifice holiday. See, really? Sacrifice holiday. I wonder if they sacrifice these babies. That's what I'm wondering. if they're into some type of witchcraft or something where they sacrifice these babies. Because it's a lot of shit going on. Should have already been a red flag with the bake off the top. Mm-hmm. Because any transfers that going on in an accident with that amount of money, rather it was 20 different drops from the same sender, that's out. Exactly. Exactly. And I wonder if, because you said it was at 160, right? So that means, okay, because it wasn't at 160 like a couple weeks ago, right? It was like I forget what it was. Was it like 130 or something? And then that means somebody else put some money in there. Somebody just dropped some money up in there. They don't have no problem with giving them their funds. Exactly. If that was us, they would have took them funds. They would have put a hold on that account. If that was any of us, that account would have had a hold on it. And then you buy this house and you don't even have that much money in the bank to buy the house. I really think that they may have sacrificed these babies. Because there's no way. Okay, so if they did get in a car accident and they did get a lump sum of money from the car accident, they just got some more money put up in there. Somebody just put some more money up in their account. These motherfuckers is into some shit. And this is pissing me off because I know if that was my account, they would have froze that motherfucker. They get mad if shit my shit say 25,000. They want to know what happened? What'd you do? And we gonna put a hold on that for 10 days to make sure it's good. Even if it got transferred in there, shit. This is crazy. They need to follow that money, you guys. They need to be following that money. Richland and what? Richard and the chief from California are in on the situation. Huh. Okay, so LV, you ever watch? I mean, and I've been watching that chief's videos too. When you watch his videos, do you ever think that like he's sending some kind of code off or something to, like he's in, I don't know, some type of Illuminati or something? That's what I got from the chief. Like he's into, 666, which I don't know, some witchcraft or some shit. Do you guys have the agent's name of the realtor? Yeah. You know what? It's in my phone, but I'll oh, let me see if let me hold on for a second. Hold on, I got you. Let me get my tablet. Hold on, babies. Where's my tablet at? Let me find my tablet. Hold on. Oh, okay, let's get the tablet out. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the realtor's name. Okay, and you guys know that the realtor looks just like Jackie. She looked better than Jackie, but she looks a lot like Jackie. I'm gonna I'll tell you I'll tell you what her name is in a second. Of the name and agency of the broker. Okay, hold on a second. Let my tablet come on. I'm gonna now listen. I think that LV isn't the agent and the broker are two different people, right? Because I think that the broker is a man. Hold on one second. Let me see. I think the broker's a man. I think the agent is the one that looks like Jackie. Hold on, we getting ready to get. There is $160,000 in this man's bank account. Now, where in the hell did Trezell get $160,000 from? They need to be following that damn money. Because there's no way somebody with no job, even if he did get into a car accident, why? And it's in Trezell's name. Let me see. This thing is coming on. I'm getting ready to call Gail. Because that is in. They better be following this money, or I'll follow the money. I'll follow it. Let me see. Somebody with no job. Neither one of them had jobs. I couldn't even find a job that Trezell ever fucking had. He might got some shit in his name, like he looked like he had some type of guard card or some shit, but he ain't never had no job. Okay, let's call Gail. Here we go, you guys. Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Hey, Mama.
hold on. I'm gonna call you back.
Call me right back because I need to talk to you. Okay, we're gonna get the information as soon as she's probably on the phone with her sister. So, I'm pretty sure that the realtor and the broker is two different people. Agenta Realty. Okay, Agenta Realty is in Tehachapi. It's in Tehachapi. And I'm going to show you something. Wait a minute. Let me show you guys something. Where is it? Let me see if I can get it. I want you to look at the picture of this lady. Let me see if this is it. This lady looks just like freaking she looks just like Jackie's ass. All that is goes to show you what kind of women Trezell prefers. But let me see. Gail usually sends. Oh, it's probably on my phone. What is this? I found out this is from Gail. I found out the realtor lady was in prison for 3 years for embezzlement of $125,000 from her former employer, that the one that has the boys, that's what she says. The ones that Gail thinks that the realtor has the boys. And yeah, she said that the realtor was in jail for 3 years for embezzlement. So this is what we I don't know how true this is, but so the realtor supposedly is using like her husband's license to sell houses, because her license is suspended or something because she went to jail for embezzlement. So how's that? How do you do that? That's not legal. They took the what? The house off the market. What'd they do? Well, let me see, baby. They took the house off the market for a while first, then sold it. Hmm. No house have been sold. No houses have been sold yet. We have we have that on black and white, but names have been changed on those houses. We also have that on black and white. So okay, so Trezell and Jackie bought that house, and let me see this bitch. I just don't get this shit. Like, how did they get the house with no money in the bank? That just behooves me. Like, how did they do that? Because I remember I had to have at least, I think it was $10,000 or $20,000 in the bank for 6 months, and you couldn't even fucking touch it. You couldn't even borrow from it and put it back in there. They were really strict about keeping that money in the bank when I had bought this house. I mean, are they not doing that shit no more? No marriage license. I know, and they don't have no marriage license. Girl, from the car accident, that's why they're trying, that's what they're trying to say. That's what they're trying to say, that the money, that the 100. So I wonder how much exactly was that, because somebody just added some more money to that account and it was a whole bunch. So if there's 160 in there now, wasn't there like 120 or something just in there? So somebody put what, $40,000 in there? Shit. No jobs, no money. They didn't rent. You know what? If that money it didn't come from no car accident, they fucking running a scam. Gail, hey, what are you doing? You're on live. What is that lady's name? What's the realtor's name? That sold the one that looks like Jackie that sold them guys.
Lopez. It's spelled Lopuz.
Lopuz. So it's like Lopez, but it's Lopez.
Yes, and the husband, I guess she uses her maiden name and her husband's name both, because his last name, I'd have to look it up and to spell it, but it's Morelli, I believe.
Morelli?
Like Italian.
Uh-huh. Oh, listen to that.
Yeah.
Oh, the guard card was suspended. Oh, because no, I'm reading LV's she left the she said that Trezell's guard card got suspended September 2015. Okay, so that guard card is not working. Okay, so listen, Trezell has $160,000 in his account.
Yeah.
And the other, well, I don't know, was it a week or so ago? He had. It's right. So what do they even hold that much money? That thing holds $160,000. Venmo.
I don't know, but I know that at one time when I checked Eileen and checked
they both had guard cards, right?
Venmo cards.
Venmo. The Venmo bank account.
It's like an app.
Yeah. It's like Cash App.
For people that can't get a bank account.
I didn't realize that thing held $160,000.
I don't know actually what it'll hold on there, but see, the thing of it is, she didn't give him that much cash at one go. That's where the house plays in. That house was $197,000. And the thing with that was, She's telling people that he got a loan and that he's paying her back the money. But the point is, with what job and what good looks, because he has neither.
Exactly. Oh, he definitely don't have either of those, job or good looks. I wouldn't have gave his ass a quarter.
Another thing about it is Aileen was shacking up with Terrell.
Right. They were sleeping again.
The house transaction at the bank. She's lying and saying she just met him that day at the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And to boot, she never told her husband about him or anything, you know.
So the husband doesn't even know that she let Trezelle borrow $5,000, and she was even dealing with Trezelle.
She just milking that man. Why do you think she's fucking Terrell?
Right. So she's using the husband. And I don't know.
Yeah.
And she ain't getting shit out of Trezelle. He don't got shit.
That's right.
He don't got. Well, for somewhere he got that. He got 160, but he has $160,000 in his account right now.
Yeah.
Now they better follow that. They need to follow that fucking money. Let's see where that money came from, because they're trying to say it came from a car accident.
Oh, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Where who was involved? What judge ordered the defendant to pay? Come on.
Exactly. And they need to follow that. If they're saying that that came from a car accident, they need to go try to figure that out and see who the hell process that check.
Where's the car in question?
Right. So when I Googled Miss Wanda's house, the dirty house, when I Googled that dirty house, there was a car that was wrecked in the front. It was a little 4-door something, and it was wrecked in the front. But
I don't know nothing about that. I have no clue about that.
But I'm just like, how long ago was that?
You got hurt to get that amount of money.
Exactly. Let me see. I'm reading Nikki's comment. The accident was from a year ago when T and Josiah were minors, and they were already paid out years ago. Huh? What'd you say, Gail?
Well, you don't see no injuries on any of them.
Exactly. And you know what? I swear when Trezelle was hiding his hands, maybe his hands were burned or something from that fire, from that seat that he burned. I wonder if that's why he was hiding his hands like that.
Listen, if the police
The haunted house.
the actual footage.
Uh-huh.
From the video, not a copy
who sold them the house, which
like
means the house will
actual video
them
from
once the
the
lady
television
passes.
news
There's
station.
a lot going on with the house that a lot of people don't know.
On his head.
I remember I saw that, LV. Well, Gail, remember we were talking about that lady's, the lady that sold them the house, that it was still in her name or some shit? Yeah. And then they had some kind of clause or something in there, and it said if they died or something, then Trezelle and Jackie would get the house or some shit. I mean, there's a lot going on with this fucking case. Hi, baby. This, they're flippers and have more than one property. Right.
Sherry
so
and Sherry, both of the Sherry and the Sherry, I run Sherry Vasquez name, and it comes back, or
Sherry Vasquez.
I run her name and it comes back the other one.
It comes back to the Lopez?
No, it comes back to
Hi, baby. Hi, John.
I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, you're saying, okay, you ran Sherry's last name and it came back to another name.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Came back to the one that the so-called real mother at the Tumalosa Apartments or something.
Oh, really? So it came back to Mary something.
It came back to Sherry. Okay, Sherry and Sherry's got a name thing. One of them spells it Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Basket. And the other one spells it Cherry.
Oh, okay. I know what she's doing. She's just writing her name in different ways. She's writing her name in different ways.
There's two separate names. I'd have to do it.
Mm-hmm. I think she's writing her names. I think depending on what scam she's running, she uses different names. Or she spells them different.
They're saying Jacqueline was too young to be the baby out of Arizona.
Right. Okay, so yeah, because that lady would be like 20 something. 21.
Being on the run and moving all the time and traveling place to place and abuse can make a younger person look old.
Of course.
They do drugs like this.
Right.
If she's doing bad, her facial features will be like an older than what appeared.
Right.
Older than the original appearance.
And do we even know if she really gave birth to any kids? Shit, did Jackie really give birth?
I think that the woman they talked to kidnapped all those kids. She didn't give birth to none. She kidnapped all them kids.
I was unsubscribed, but they put her live up about them bashing. Ryan Dean was selling out. What?
When they had the poster of Jacqueline from hanging in Avondale, Arizona, on the Charlie Project, right?
I hear you. I see you, boss.
They showed the picture of the kidnappers that took Jacqueline.
Right.
The kidnapper looks like the lady at them apartments where they all went to.
Right, where LV went.
Yeah, now you start to see what I'm saying?
Right, she looks like Sherry.
Yeah.
She does look like Sherry. She does. That lady does look like her.
And what my point is, okay, she had more than one girl. Okay. Even if it's not Jacqueline, she's got two other younger ones. See, kidnappers will play games with your identity, okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They'll name one kid one thing one day and the other the next. What I'm assuming, and this is just a theory on this, I'm thinking one of the younger girls that she has
selling it on the paper, but scheme behind the door.
And that could switch their names around, what I'm thinking.
She definitely could be switching their names around.
So that way, if one was ever identified, they could say, well, it didn't match the age, so it wouldn't be her.
Right.
And they wouldn't think about going to the other ones.
Exactly. What about the other kid? They need to check all Sherry's kids out.
And like Sherry and Jacqueline. Okay.
The house may have
Sherry and Jacqueline,
at least
they live together. Right? But Jacqueline also lived with that other lady too. And from what I've seen in comment sections, and it's been more than one, I could probably snap some comments about this. They're claiming Aileen is older than 41, and that Aileen at one time was Jacqueline's foster mom.
Really?
I just don't see that happening. I think that Aileen is involved with the pedophile ring right with all of them.
Oh, probably.
You got that traffickers.
Oh, yeah. They're probably all involved with all that trafficking and stuff. And then Sherry acts like she knows everybody but Jackie. She don't know Jackie and Trezelle, but she knows everybody else.
I will tell you something when we are not on live.
Okay. Okay.
That is just confidential between us.
Right.
Somebody really went down in Bakersfield.
Oh, really?
Something really stinks in China.
When that happened today? LB said he made all that money on on Beats. She said Trezelle made.
All day long to sit look at everybody and see what everything's being said, and then I go on a Spy site and I can read everything about everybody to see how everybody's connected.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Players of the game are.
Yeah.
And I figured that out, you know.
Yeah, they need to follow that money because somebody is putting money into that dude's account.
Well, who's got all the fucking money?
Whoever it is.
Who's got the cash?
And
we know the West don't, Jamal might have some money.
He might have a few dollars, but them West ain't got no money. Them West ain't got check.
Jamal's got money, but the other Terrell don't.
No, Trezelle, yeah. Somebody just gave that boy some money.
Wanda don't.
No, right? Wanda ain't got no money. Shit, I think Jamal taking care of her.
He's probably been laying on the couch for the last 40 years.
Right. Mr. West probably, yeah, he probably don't even sleep in the room. Mr. West probably sleep on the couch.
Well, see, okay, Jamal's got the foster boys. He runs foster boy homes, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Wanda is lying about the fact that she was a former foster parent or still is a foster parent, right?
She sure did say she wasn't a foster parent.
Mom's supposed to be a foster parent, right?
Right.
Sherry's supposed to be a foster parent. Aileen's
with a
supposed to be a foster parent.
Well, 5 felonies.
You know, it's one goddamn conspiracy. Is what it is. I think that what they're doing is getting these foster kids and getting this paperwork all done up for IDs, tax returns.
Exactly.
Stamps, low-income housing.
Low-income housing, food stamps.
They're all involved in it. Every last fucking one of them's got to play. A player.
Exactly.
And I think they're involved in drugs, child trafficking.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And I hope they didn't turn over on the cartel. I hope they don't figure that out. Shit.
I've heard that. I don't know how true that is. It is kind of mysterious that
they're getting busted all of a sudden.
Everybody's getting busted and Terrell's running the street after everybody in the freaking world knows the man's guilty of sin.
Exactly.
It's just obvious. It's too damn obvious.
And then
why is he running the fucking street?
And then
why is he running the street?
On the video, the famous video, why does Jackie spell her name wrong? She spells her name twice, and she spells it wrong the first time. And then she spells it again. Who does that? Like, you've been having that name all your life. Why would you spell your name wrong? Is that really your name?
She has so many goddamn names. She forgets who she is. Or she don't even know who the fuck she is. She probably just picks her out something.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Right, and that may not be her name.
I bet the last name that she was called by the traffickers was Jacqueline. So that's all she knows.
Exactly.
But she probably doesn't know how to spell.
I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna.
What school did this girl ever attend?
Right.
Did anybody say she ever attended a public school?
It doesn't have anything on Jackie about a school or anything. Nothing. Nothing. Not a hot. Not, I mean, if her and Giselle went to school together, why doesn't it say what school she went to? Gail, give me the number that you just called so I can give it to these guys because I want them to call me. What's the number you just called me on? You guys, I'll be forgetting my numbers. Yeah, give me that number. I want you guys to call in.
Okay, hold on.
I think it's a
253 904 2599.
2599. Okay. I'm gonna let them call in if they want to. Okay, come to the live.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm gonna let them call in for a second. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye. You guys can call in if you want. It's 253-904-2599. So, listen to this though. So Trezell has $160,000 in the bank. And they moved back to Cal City, right? So I'm gonna get ready to find out where this fucking money came from. Because there's no way. They're lying, talking about it came from a car accident. And I'm calling the police and telling them how much money he has in the bank. Because I don't know if they know that. And then, okay, so LV, the guard card is not even active, right? That thing is, it's old from 2015. He's never had no damn job. And so what about the so-called ice cream business? Do they still have an ice cream truck? Do you guys know if they have an ice cream truck? I want to know that. What's going on with that ice cream business? And so is really is Miss Wanda really out of that house? Did she move around the corner? And then how all of a sudden you guys just jump up and move around the corner? Like they don't give a fuck about none of them houses. They just get up and run, and then they run around the corner. Like, you don't think we know you live around the corner? This shit is cray. We what? We stand those weak ass buffet style beats. The convalescent home beats. Who gonna buy a beat from Giselle? Girl, please. Giselle talk about he make beats. Boy, please. He ain't make, and then sell them for $300. I wouldn't buy it for a quarter. Shit. Can you imagine what kind of beats that dude makes? I mean, for real, it probably sounds like some heavy metal shit or something. He looks like he's into like that heavy metal rock and stuff. Where you play the music backwards and it start talking about all this satanic shit. I bet you that's what kind of music he listens to. Was what? Listing was removed June 4th. Okay, so it was removed June 4th in 2020, then sold in September 4th. Okay, so June, July, August, September. Now that's only 3 months. Or 4. July, August. Well, yeah. 3 months. Well, 4. I don't know when in June, but okay, let's just say 4. Giselle and Jackie did not have the money in the bank so how did they go and then offer the people over what it was? Like, who would ever do that? I mean, if you had some real bread, I mean, maybe you'd be like, I'm throwing an extra 10 just to, for good graces or something, here you go for your troubles. But come on, you're going to offer over what the house is? Who does that? I'm trying to get it for a deal. I'm going 60,000 under. Shit. I'm trying to get a deal. So it's the money. They need to follow the loans, the paperwork. They need to get up in there and talk to old girl, the real estate agent, because something ain't right. And how are you using your husband's real estate license to sell houses? You can't do that. That's illegal. That is illegal. And the realtor said he only had 4 boys. Classic and Sincere been missing since June when they had the fire. Exactly. Exactly. Because if you got 6 kids, I don't care if they are foster kids. Yeah, they in your house. I got 6. I got 6. They in my house. They live with me, foster or not. I got 6 kids. So yeah, Classic and Sincere been gone. They probably was gone before June, because guess what? Those pictures that Jamal had of the kids was from December 2019. I believe that they went missing after that. And did you see that baby's face when he was with Jamal? Jamal was smiling, cheesing with them braces on, and that baby was looking like he was depressed. Okay, and I believe that they went missing after that. Say they did something right after that, because they have no pictures. They haven't came up with no pictures. They got their phones back. She still didn't put no pictures out. They haven't they haven't had they don't have any pictures because they haven't had the kids. So those got to be the last pictures. And guess what? I don't know if anybody, how the police was like, if anybody has come in contact with the boys, call us. Get in touch with us. Anybody. So they're really trying to figure out like the time frame of when these kids went missing. And I'm wondering if a doctor, I mean, what about if they were being homeschooled? Like, I know they were little, 3 and 4, but what about the other ones? Like, if they were all being homeschooled and they're in the house all day with you, you ain't taking no pictures or no videos or nothing. You're not doing any of, Jackie was in the house, so they say, all day with all these kids and don't got a gazillion pictures of them. You guys know how we take pictures, especially ladies. We take pictures, okay? We make videos. That's just what we do. It was what? It was staged, was no disappearance. Of course that was. Definitely the reporting of the kids was staged. We know that's definitely the truth. That was staged, because somebody was calling for them kids, and that's why they had to report them. Something was going on. Somebody was coming. Somebody was calling, because there's no reason why you have to report them missing. I mean, we wouldn't have never known. So somebody must have been inquiring about some of them kids in that house. Because why even would they come up with the story on December 21st? Something was going on. She would have known if the pics were her boys. If the pics were her boys. Exactly. See, because when your kid is missing, you need a picture, that up-to-date picture. You need a picture of how they look now. Now, they looked like that in 2019. How do we know what they look like now? Kids change. I mean, they change more than we do. I mean, from even like from 18 months to 4 years old. I mean, they do a lot of changing. Huh? Hence why they won't release them, because they don't have them. They don't have no pictures of them. She's talking about they're in my phone. Okay, so where are they? They're not. You guys haven't put out no new pictures of them. They're in our phone, and you got your phone back. There was never an ice cream truck. The only reason why they went down to get a license in regards to the ice cream truck is so that they would show proof of the county that they had. Oh, LV. So that's why. So they probably they had the ice cream business in order to get that house, right? And then they had to go make some pay stubs. Not pay stubs, but they had to make, since they owned it, they probably had to make some type of ownership paperwork or something, and how much money they were making and all that. Eileen didn't buy $197,000 house out of goodness of her heart. Trezelle had an affair, and those boys were so. Well, we already know that Eileen and Trezelle was messing around, because we women, we just don't give up money that easy just because you're Trezelle. You're just not getting. You got to be putting out something. I don't even know how she even found that thing. I mean, she must have been real lonely to mess with Trezelle. She had to be, because if I was working in a real estate office and I seen him coming, I wouldn't even flinch. I just want to punch their faces. I know. I know. And I keep watching this video, you guys. And I thought that one dude was getting ready to do something to Trezelle. So you guys, did you guys see on the video when Jackie spelled her name wrong? I don't think that's Jackie's name. She spelled it wrong, and then the second time she spelled it, she kind of sung the rest of it. She said JACQUILINE. She tried to sing it. Who spells their name wrong, and you've been with that name forever? We learned how to spell our name at elementary school. We would not go nowhere and laid around with the boys are found. How would we get answers if they are guilty? Not get nowhere in that. Exactly. Because, and then they won't even do another press conference. Like, who does that? And your kids are missing. When Jackie got saucy with the Bio family. Oh, I know, right? Jackie was mad because she had to come outside and deal with that Bio family. And what does she want them to do? What does she think that they was going to say? Like, you didn't lose one of our kids, you lost both of the kids. What did you think Jackie, what did you think they wasn't going to be mad? I don't even know if I was there. I probably couldn't even, they wouldn't even been able to stop me from doing something to Jackie, because she was getting oh yeah, she had a little attitude. See, that's why we didn't want to come out there, the Bio family, because of them. And they was like telling the news, like, they was telling on them. Yeah, they want to know where the hell the kids is at, just like we do. She would be on the floor. I was there. For real. I don't know if I would have been able to just to control my spirit. It would have just jumped on her. Who were they going to call? But the police. Who were they going to call? But the police have phones. Exactly. I wonder if anybody asked the police, Did they tell them to stay in the house, that they could not go outside? That's what we should have had that reporter asked old boy when she was um when she was interviewing him all those times. She should have asked him, did you tell them to stay in the house, that they just couldn't go outside and look for their own kids? That's what we should have did. What happened? Who yeah. Brian Dean what should have gave Jack the business. What Jack, did you see Jackie? She wanted to hurry up and get back in the house. She did not want to be out there. How you finna have an attitude with the bio mom and the bio family, and you done lost their damn kids? They supposed to be having a better life with you. You supposed to be taking care of them, and talking about Chazelle. Talking about we watched them. Yeah, look what happened. You guys watching them. Look what happened to the babies. Now they're not here. You see now they couldn't go to grandma's house. Girl. Hello.
Hey, you still online?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what I want to talk about, right?
Uh-huh.
You know that most Hispanics have 4 names. They have their mom and their dad last name.
Uh-huh.
And they have their first name in it. So being that she can switch her names around, so she can scramble them around, and she can be her first name, her dad last name, her first name, her mom last name. Or she can use their middle name, and like they switch it around. That's how they change their identity. Like a lot of people don't use their mother and their father last name. So how a lot of them get ahead of the game and stuff like that. I've noticed that, and it's like it's really a secret unless you know about it, kind of situation.
Right. So she's been changing her name. She just moving her name around, right?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Using her middle name. And using her middle name as her first name, and her first name as her middle name, and then she'll use her dad's last name.
That's why you can't catch her, because she didn't scramble her name around. So like whenever I went to jail or I've been in prison, the girls would always let us know, like, they would go as their father last name and be on the streets as their mother last name. You hear what I'm saying?
Right. I get it. Yeah. Wow. So okay. So you know what? But does that change? I mean, even though you change your social, does that change? Does that make your clean your social up if you switch it around like that?
A legal immigrant. What if she don't even have a social?
That's true. She might just have one of those numbers, huh?
Yeah.
And maybe when she changes her name around, maybe that number don't even pop up. Maybe she get a new number every time she switch her name around, huh?
What they don't know is people who've been criminals all their life can see right through their bullshit. Like everything that they doing, and they pull in and they trying to maneuver. And I done heard all these crimes that they trying to do right in prison. So everything they doing, I didn't see ladies already do the same stuff they did.
Wow. So what about, okay, so I know, so Sherry's not the mom, right? Sherry is not the mom. Sherry is maybe a cousin or aunt or something. That's the one that's changing her name around.
So I'm thinking it gotta be a relative. You know what I mean? I don't even think that she's legal. So since she's not legal, she must have came up here, or however she came to the place. But I don't believe. I believe she was probably, passed along from her family, or Right. So she got to tie all the way back to Mexico. One wrong move, she could go enter in the store and exit out the back, and nobody had never see her again. Situation. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's how motherfuckers be. and you just gotta
Mm-hmm.
be real open to that kind of, thinking. So it's
Yeah.
like they just got all of the in their account. That's already a red flag. You already know
Exactly.
that the whole world is looking at your bank account. So all of a sudden now this money dropped. So one thing, first thing first, I bet you was gonna be a hold on that money. That's gonna be in their account.
Exactly. Because there would be a hold on ours if that was our bank account.
Be a hold on mine. First of all, you can have my ass up under the jail.
Right.
Oh, you can't find your baby? Oh yeah, we taking you for neglect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Take you for anything until we figure out what's going on.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why won't they arrest them for something?
Y'all done already broke hella law.
Hell of them.
I didn't went to jail for nothing.
Right.
So literally, you guys did something. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. They done did a bunch of something, and they not in jail yet. Like at least put they. And you know what?
You're not in jail for nothing.
Nothing. And you know we would have been in jail for something until and then see if that I think that if they put them in jail, Jackie gonna start talking. Cause she thinks she tough. She gonna get behind them bars and be wanting to go home.
Well, I mean, her world is already shattered already. They took her kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the thing that she wasn't trying to jeopardize, she jeopardized them. So now she's like old enough, they know who I am. You feel me? If they really want me, they know how to find me. You hear what I'm saying? Because she's already all this stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Like, she got a place already in Mexico waiting on her or wherever. You hear what I'm saying? It's up across that border, though. I bet you if she cut her hair and turn it blonde or red or do whatever, motherfucker wouldn't even.
Exactly. She can go undercover with the blonde hairstyle.
Another thing. So what y'all? I mean, what is they doing? They trying to see if they gon' just up and leave and try to escape and get away because they know it's hot. I mean, they not running, but they not doing nothing either. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
So it don't make sense. Okay, we're not running, so we're not gonna participate either.
At all. Period. They're not.
They haven't dropped not one press conference and asked for the help of the return for these kids' lives back or nothing. They haven't put forth no effort. Only effort they've put is to try to defend themselves, but they're actually defaming themselves more because as we're looking at the status, man, y'all don't have no nice house, y'all don't have no nice clothes, y'all don't function as people, you feel me, who like nice things, to do nice things, to care about people.
Right.
Their people skills are not up to par. You should be able to have a conversation with somebody that you don't know pertaining to things that is very important to get help.
Exactly. You know yes. And why isn't it anybody in their family coming out and speaking like for them or, in their behalf? They're not saying anything like, there were some, those. Nobody
don't get them at this point because I feel like this. Whoever know what's going on, everybody going down. So
right.
It's like, okay, you can't force a person to take a lie detector test. You can't force a person to, say stuff, but you can put them in a position to want to, say, hey, let's make some agreement or, let's come to a deal. They're not applying no pressure, not enough pressure.
Right.
If it was a gang of drugs being sold, or something for the police to retrieve to get money from, it's like, okay, they would apply pressure and they, but these people is not even like, hey, let's call John Welsh, he gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's America's Most Wanted, right? Weren't they on America's Most Wanted?
Yeah, John Welsh, his daughter his daughter, no, it was his son that came up missing, and
Right.
that's what made him start looking for missing kids. And so I've been watching. I was a kid, and he's been solving, cold cases and all the stuff since we was kids. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
I think no, they were on there. They just they were on there. I think they just aired it. Didn't they give you guys the about the boys on America's Most Wanted? I think they finally aired it. Yeah, they finally aired it. I think it came on. Was it last week, you guys? They aired it. Yeah, and you know why they aired it? Because of everybody, because of all of us, LV and them. I mean, the boots on the ground. Everybody knows.
I've been talking about America's Most Wanted on all them pages, on all them little YouTubers. And then the person was like, you know what? I'm finna call.
Good night, baby.
Him right then. And then one of the other people started hitting them up because I ain't finna hit them, but I bet you I sent somebody else to go hit them.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling Jackie. Like, Jackie, you need to come off that wherever these kids is. You could call anybody.
And then, now she a woman.
Exactly.
If she was really smart, she would be like, check this out. I'm in here being mentally abused. This is abuse that's going on.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna raise a pinky. You feel me? Let you know.
Right. This is all his fault. You better go say. Exactly. Right. He's a narcissist. He's all that. He's holding me against my will. Everything.
Starving me, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All you gotta do is come clean and ask somebody for help.
That's right. Yeah, and please ask God for forgiveness. For if anything, if you did anything, just ask for forgiveness. He's forgiven worse. She needs to do something. You're a woman. You're a mother. You're supposed to be a nurturer. If you have any human decency left in you.
Her voice didn't crack.
I know.
I'm like, bitch, my voice cracked when I watch a motherfucking commercial that's a little bit too sensitive.
Exactly.
Your voice ain't cracked, man. Come
no.
On, I'm dog, man.
You waking up the whole neighborhood talking about my kids is missing. Ain't nobody gonna get no sleep.
And nobody's gonna get sleep until something happens.
Right. And then they with them not caring. I mean, damn, your kids, y'all ain't even out here looking for them, and then y'all getting mad at everybody. Right.
They don't even care about themselves. Look at their backyard. Like, if their yard ain't maintenance.
No.
Like, you can tell they're not maintenance people, period.
They're not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not hella high maintenance, but I'm maintenance.
Right.
You
right. You need to be maintained.
Like they on the streets and living up under the freeway and stuff.
Right.
You know, people living a little bit better than them.
Man. And then you just think about, how did those kids live, because they didn't do nothing extravagant or nothing.
Have you ever watched them movies where they like put the kids in closets or and then feed the other kids different
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
It was definitely some separation stuff going on. And then also you could tell, like, they have some mental health issues.
Yes.
They do not communicate with people. You gotta be social. You know how to communicate. You should know how to. It's like an interview when you're dealing with people.
Yeah, exactly.
So, to tell me that you guys can't really have a complete conversation with somebody without getting offended, getting mad, not listening to both sides of the story, and on top of that, you done brought this stuff to the light, and now people aren't stupid, so they asking questions because questions need to be asked.
That's right.
The popos ain't asking the right questions.
Right.
So we got all questions that needs to be asked. I mean, literally, we should be the DA. The police need to sit down and watch us do our job.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Exactly. You hit it on the money.
That's what they do. They sit down and be the juror.
Right.
Because, right, they not putting forth the effort that we are putting as people.
Exactly. And we just
that aren't even ours.
That's right.
Kids and the people that had custody of these kids.
Right.
Come on, man. Like for real, for real.
I mean, it's discouraging. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, they really should step aside and let us do our work.
Yeah, because they're not doing their job right.
No.
I bet you one thing, if there was some in the county where people can't smoke weed at, I bet you they gonna be I smell weed.
Right. You know what I mean? You want to get mad about that.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not looking for the boys like that. Looking for that weed though.
Exactly. Right. And, I mean, it's just they acting like they're tippy toeing around these guys, and even if they have a lawyer, they can still be questioned, interrogated,
and it still be detained for causes other than the probable cause that they wanted to take them down for. You hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's embezzlement going on. It's all taking statements going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got a lot of stuff going on. They should be able to be arrested on something like right now.
And some of that stuff is fixable and just a cause. You know,
it is. You're right. It is. It is. It's justifiable right now. They need to. I mean, I'm sure that they know that these guys are scammers. That's what they do. They scam people.
Yeah, that definitely was a scamming letter. That letter didn't come from Wanda.
Oh God.
Talking about my baby.
Her babies.
That was the case. That letter would have dropped the first week everything was going on.
Exactly. She never claimed for them to be saying that they were her babies before. Now all of a sudden they're her babies.
They're emotionalist creatures. They show more love to their dog than they did to them kids.
I know. That's what I said too. They love that dog. I bet you that dog got a bunch of information.
Look how fat that dog is. For real. That dog is being eaten.
Which one? Trezelle's dog or that dog in the yard?
That canine, that motherfucker been eaten.
Oh, the canine been eaten. Trezelle starves his dog.
Yeah, he looks skinny. He looks stressed out with his owner.
He does. And if you watch that dog, you see how he keep looking up at Trezelle like to get permission to breathe.
Yeah.
Like the dog being abused too. The dog is actually being abused. Shit.
Because he kept getting hit with that stick, so now he's paranoid. I'd be paranoid too.
Can you imagine probably how he was treating all those kids? I mean, I'm sure like his kids. I don't know if he was maybe treated his kids like that, but
his kids were definitely different than a paycheck. You hear what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That was job. And then shit, my nerves get bad when my baby be crying and yelling.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine 6 of them? 6 babies?
And imagine some kids that aren't yours. They jumping off the couches. You feel me?
Being rambunctious.
And hurting themselves left and right.
Mm-hmm.
They won't shut up. Then you won't let them outside, so they got all this energy.
Exactly.
You know
and they're in the house all the time. Come on, Jackie. I know something happened in that house.
Man, I'd be going crazy if them kids was in my house all damn day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna kick them. First of all, I'm gone.
Right. I'm out of here. I'm about to jump in the car and leave. And you know what? I heard that Trezelle used to leave all of them at home by themselves, like with Jackie. So I know she was going crazy. And he probably was out messing with that lady, the realtor.
It ain't nothing to do out there. It ain't nothing but dirt. They out there playing with dirt.
Right. They didn't even have a swing set or nothing in the backyard. I didn't see a bat, a ball, a soccer ball. I didn't see nothing. A football. You got 6 boys and you ain't got one football.
And then not only that, where's the Google Maps from the last time they seen the boys exit a house?
Exactly.
They won't show none of that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? From the apartment.
Exactly.
All the way over there. Google Maps, you can type in the date and the time. You
Mm-hmm.
go to that address. Boop. You hear what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or the apartment camera.
Right.
Where is all that footage? You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
That Diddy and Quavo have got leaked ASAP.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't. I mean, come on now. If y'all
Walmart.
federal government, look at this is a public announcement. Federal government. If you are hiring criminals, I am your number one criminal, and I will help you solve this case.
Exactly.
But
yeah, even Walmart. Like, where's your Walmart cameras of the kids going any like shopping or something? Store cameras, any store camera.
Doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta track from the last doctor's appointment, the last dentist appointment, the last school, something.
Mm-hmm. Something.
You gotta get, and so you're supposed to be like that because you can't give these people nothing to go on.
That's right.
You
yeah.
You ain't giving them nothing to go on.
And I was thinking, you know what else? Where's the other camera footage from since they've been there for 3 months? They were there for 3 months. So where's all that other camera footage? You know, from when they've been living in the house for 3 months. So I wonder if anybody had any more footage of them coming and going.
So when they asked them, okay, I need you both of you guys to write down. You know what? They had a long time to plot this shit out. They had some months to get their heart rate down. So because a lot of people when they under a lot of pressure, they buckle. So they had to take time because this was a crime that you can't come back from.
That's right. Right.
And so they had to. I mean, come on now. The kids know the last date that they seen their siblings.
And
now,
what kids can
remember?
remember?
The last date that I seen my doctor or whoever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Especially when I was I don't even know what day it is sometimes. So how a kid gonna know? Oh, it was the 19th the last time. So what made it so special that you knew that it was the 19th? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they had to be coerced into all this stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And they probably was doing it, working up to it, probably for months. This what day we gonna pick. We gonna do this on the. You guys remember that the last time you saw them was on the 19th, and you better remember it. He probably was threatening them damn kids. But you know what I say? If those kids are still in foster care, like if they realize that they might not be going back to Trezelle and Jackie, they might start talking to some other kids.
Or no, they can run away. Come on now, I got in the system at 13. I was gone. Boom,
so you've been in the system.
I'm gone. Boom, I had rabbit in my blood until I was 18 years old. Them people couldn't hold me. Only way they could hold me is put me in juvenile. The only way they could hold me.
Did you
put me in the group I want to? You hear what I'm saying? So I mean, they know that they can run too.
Yeah. Do you think you? So were you adopted by a family? Did you get adopted? Wait.
They already witnessed the crime. So.
Right. I'm pretty sure they've been witnessing a bunch of stuff. Were you adopted by a family?
No, I was never adopted. I was too bad. But not only that, I wouldn't give a family a chance to get to know me or put myself in a vulnerable position where I could get harm done to me or anything. Like I was in the 95, 96. This when the godmother had all the drugs in Oakland and this was 500. Nobody was living in no group home. Who's gonna go tell me some drugs and make some money?
Right, exactly. Yeah, because
our era was fast, money. So you hear them. So it's a different kind of situation for me.
Right.
But so many people didn't get fortunate enough to know about hustling and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
They didn't. They thought it was just only that. They didn't think it was anything better.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you guys, we from the same place. And when we were growing up, we knew that if we left home, we can go sell drugs and get money. We knew that.
Right.
I just feel like, because I know I was an abused kid, and I mean, I just could imagine what was going on in that house with Jackie and all those kids in the house all day long. She probably was treating those kids like shit, probably calling them names and doing all that, just like Boss Bitch said. They probably was doing all kind of crazy shit to their ass.
Yeah, so Oregon harvesting is also very, very popular out there. And I was looking at some stuff on YouTube before this case popped up and all this stuff. And it does sound like a case where they sold them boys organs. You hear what I'm saying? In the black market.
They could have.
When they sell the boys in the black market, they wipe away all them traces. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is not say nothing.
Right.
You keep yelling organ, and we're gonna do ours. So this when they dealing with the people who got heck of money, but they need them organs, or they need that blood, or
right.
All that.
And a lot of that is happening.
It gets deeper.
Yes.
So this could be something satanic going on. And I heard, I think it was you, because I really don't watch too many people that much. But I think you said all her friends on Facebook had like satanic things, like black guys.
Oh yeah, yeah, dark. They were like,
all that stuff is connected.
Yeah.
All that stuff, all that's connected.
That's just, it's sad, because you don't, I don't want my mind to just go think about what probably happened. But you're right, people are selling kids for organs and blood and all kind of stuff. That's horrible.
I mean, $160,000 drop. I mean, I'm thinking about unemployment, and unemployment didn't pay that much.
Nope.
Didn't pay that much.
And then why would you do it at a time like this? You know?
Well, first of all, I don't think they did it. They whoever they sold the kids to in the black market, it was already gonna drop at that time anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad timing for them.
Right.
Because regardless, that was on whatever accounting they got going on was dropping regardless. You hear what I'm saying?
Right. You right.
It was the second thing that they hit, and that's where shit gonna get sour. Because I don't think that's the first payment. I think this is the second payment. So they split it in two portions. The first one is when they get the person, and second when it's completed. You hear what I'm saying? Everything is done. Right. So if they were smart enough, they would have got their money and hit the road, Jack.
Exactly.
They not smart. The world's most dumbest criminals. I hope they watching this shit, because they gonna be on the world's most dumbest criminals.
Yeah, they watching. Jackie, I know you listening. You better go figure it out.
For real.
Because they
gonna room and figure that shit out alone.
You better go alone in a quiet room and figure it out, because you gonna get caught.
Right.
They're gonna get caught.
They try to leave. I mean, and it don't. I mean, even if it was, okay, let's say everything is hot right now. Anything hot for me in my area, in my zone, I automatically leave about that area, because it's not even a cool vibe for me. You know, the aura is bad, the whole energy, everything is gone. So I leave, and if I'm in Oakland, I'm going to leave and go to Vallejo.
Exactly.
And let all that bullshit, square away and all that kind of stuff.
Right, exactly. They just
when shit settles, I'm not going back. I'm gonna get my shit and get the hell up out of here. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And I'm going a little further.
Around the corner from
Mm-hmm. And they just went around the corner. What is that shit all about? You know what? I think them people been living there all their life. They ain't never left that place. That's sad.
Yeah, it's raggedy. They definitely haven't put no personality into it at all.
No, they didn't even have. They didn't make it, nice or nothing. Nothing.
Like they didn't buy no fake grass. All that money you got, you didn't think about hooking up your lawn. You feel me? Because when people walk by, they look at your lawn and they, you feel me? Your lawn tells a lot about you.
Exactly. Yes, you are right.
You get what I'm saying? So that tells me a lot. Just by your lawn in your backyard, what kind of people you is. You got a hella old shit in your house. You got to throw all that stuff away and start all over again with modern stuff.
Exactly. They don't even care about, that kind of stuff. They don't care about stuff. But they do a lot of scams. Like, what do you have to show for the scams?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta look the part.
Exactly.
Y'all gambling y'all money? What y'all doing with y'all money?
Yeah, where is the money going?
What is y'all doing with y'all money? Where's it going? I don't see nothing to tell me that you spending some money, some good money on some nice things.
Exactly. And you know what I was thinking just when you said that? Maybe I wonder if they're sending it to Jamal.
So you think it's a pyramid? So they doing their pyramid thing?
I wonder, I mean, it could be, it's a possibility. Now that you said that, I just thought about that. Maybe they sending it up there. And, they're doing that pyramid thing. They got some weird shit going on. They don't have nothing to show for their money. Nothing. Even like the ice cream business, like I think they just like LV said, like they just got that business to write it down as a job or something when they're doing their scams. Like it's a business, like they own it in order to get loans and stuff.
Hey, that family is weirdo. They really some weird.
They are.
You know when you got weirdos on the block, and that's the weirdos on the block.
Exactly.
Like, you looking like, damn, I know y'all house thing.
Right. Like we don't want to spend night at your house.
We can't even go into that motherfucker. There's roaches coming out the motherfucker, everything.
Girl, they probably done took over inside that house. That's probably their house.
Yeah, the mic for sure got here.
Oh yeah. Girl. Oh no, they probably was hoarders.
Definitely look like hoarders, like they collected junk.
Yeah.
Because I don't see nothing of value.
Nothing. And then they got that old car in the front, and they just didn't do nothing to it. Like, who keeps old cars and don't fix it up? I mean, they just got some weird shit going on over there. It's crazy.
And then these motherfuckers just quiet about it, going to sex shops and hotels.
Don't say nothing about it.
Living the life. How can you bust a nut and your kids go?
Exactly.
That's what
why would you even be thinking about that?
Nobody can touch me. I mean, I'm just saying though.
Exactly. You don't want to even, like, don't even look at me like that. Like,
Yeah. Help me find my babies. It's your fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah. And how could you be thinking about going into a sex shop? Come on. That's weird. And then that makes me think he has a sex addiction. Some type of sex addiction.
I think he got mad and he broke that baby femur bone again. You know what I'm saying? He broke the femur bone again. And when he broke that baby femur bone, he left the baby in the room, boo. He said, okay, we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to make this situation, you feel me, because he's getting worse.
Right.
So she called us, was like, man, who you know doing the organ thing right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Who doing the organ? Who doing the organ thing? I got 2 bodies. I got the 80s, brand new, fresh ones.
Yep.
Her homeboy, like, I'm going to call you right back. He called right back. He's like, you really serious? Like, I got somebody right now. It was ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And made it.
That is a possibility. Yeah.
Because
And that payment came through.
You hear what I'm
saying? The second payment came through.
I'm thinking logically. I'm not thinking out the box.
That it really is what possibly could have happened to them. And then that money, just like you said, that's the day it was coming, and it came. And it's probably the second payment, like you said. They probably got one when they was trying to buy that house, and then they got this is the last one. So they need to follow that money.
And then there's some overseas bank accounts and all the shit though.
They gonna have to figure out who or how that money got into that account, and then they could probably start unraveling some stuff.
They gonna have to take down some innocent and some motherfucking guilty people.
Exactly.
In order to crack this case. You're gonna have to take down everybody.
Exactly. It's gonna be a lot of people going down for this. And you see all the doors they kicking in because of this case. And that could be dangerous for them. They might have made the spot hot.
Oh, they did. They made it real hot. I mean, they done got a head stuff going on right now because of that. So,
they done made the spot hot.
They lied anyway. Cartel said, man, if y'all don't hurry up and get these motherfuckers off the street, y'all messing up my money.
And you can't be fucking around with them cartel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I hope that they didn't say nothing about the cartel. And if they didn't, they sure is getting their doors kicked down all of a sudden. Because why would you do a sting for a whole 2 years on some child trafficking? That don't make no damn sense. You gonna let kids get trafficked for 2 years?
And then, I was thinking these people that made a whole new Google emails and all that kind of stuff. But the only way they can really figure out some shit is what's the number, their cell phone numbers at the time that they adopted the kids.
Exactly.
And during the pre-process. You hear what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because guys have switched our phone numbers about twice. So these little phones, you're not gonna have the kids' pictures in because these phones is hella new.
Right.
And then the phones before that is when y'all first did the situation. Then y'all got scared and threw that shit away, and then got another one.
Exactly. That's how they planned it. Because they was like, we're going to get a new house. We're going to get some new phones. We're going to get another van. We're going to get rid of all this shit. So when the police come, there's nothing. There's not going to be anything that they get. There's no trace of them. Because we got rid of our phones. We got rid of that old van. And then we moved. So there's no trace of the kids anywhere. And that's what they probably fucking did. They need to go back and find them phone numbers that they had when they around the time they had them kids, like you said. They need to find all that shit because they just came anew and thought, they ain't gonna be able to find shit. The kids didn't really go missing from Cal City. They did that shit in Bakersfield. Then they tried it. And that's why Trezell was like, they're going to be around here. No, they're not. They're going to be somewhere in They left from Bakersfield.
They in somebody else's body right now. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it.
Right. And you're right. That
you know how it's a woman intuition. She knows her nigga cheat. She knows when shit is going wrong.
You're right.
That's when intuition is like, yeah.
We have it. And then that reporter asked Jackie, what does your motherly intuition tell you? And then that's when she said, these patches, I don't know, maybe picked up or something. Yeah, they got picked up all right. And that was back in Bakersfield. I believe some of that shit they were saying was probably the truth. but we don't know what part. They was just thinking out loud, like when he said rambunctious.
They have not been locked up for not giving any solid information.
Right. Not lying. And you know that video, they was lying in that video. Jackie said that they searched. And the
police tell us, where's the boys? We don't see them. We know you're lying. You know, the neighbors ain't seen them. Cadaver dogs ain't never sniffed anything. I don't see no chalk on the floor. No writing. I don't see no boy footprints. I don't see the dog leave with the kids. I don't hear the dog barking. The dog never attacked nobody. What else is, I mean, come on now. The satellite shows us at this point, at this time, you're seeing the kids left, but the satellite don't see them nowhere in sight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And they're not caught on anybody's video. And they would have had to leave out of the front.
Police out on their bullshit. We're calling the federal government out on their bullshit because it is bullshit.
It is.
Ain't no way in the world these people are still supposed to be living their life like hunky-dory and whack. You hear what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And these babies are gone. You have a whole family that have, you know, the system have definitely failed them as, you know, a citizen to, you know, America.
Right. Refusal of a lie detector test. I mean, just, why? I mean, they just...
Even do a lie detector test to comfort the actual mother, the actual parent, the actual physical mother. I'd be at least let me show her that, you feel me, I'm not involved in that.
Exactly.
You know, and that's to prove your innocence. That's not to prove that you're guilty or not.
No.
It's just to prove that you didn't do it.
Exactly. So why
tells us right in there it's some shady shit. Yeah, I could at least drink some orange juice and try to make it. You know, it's all kind of ways to pass the lie detector.
Exactly.
But that was one of the first things that the police was going to ask them, and they knew that, so they refused. I know they didn't look up everything on the internet. We'll go to everything.
Oh, yeah.
I do it. So.
Yeah. And them not wanting to take a lie detector test. I mean, who does that? Your kids are missing.
I'll be like, shit, if I'm not lying about something, I'll be like, hurry up, I'll pay that $200 for that lie detector
exactly.
Right now. You feel me?
Yep.
Whenever I get into something with my honey,
go get it.
Or whatever, I'll be like, I'll pay that $200 for that lie detector You feel me? That's how you know a bitch ain't like, she's willing to pay for it.
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
For real.
And I just feel like they could even be arrested for lying to the police. Like, come on, arrest them for something. You know.
Cooperate with investigation.
Right. I mean, child endangerment. Something. You left your kids in the backyard.
We just need 5 charges alone.
But 5, that exactly. And so you know how many if when it come down.
They don't have a justifiable cause. It's 2 missing babies out here.
That's right.
4, that's not justifiable. You know,
if that was
out there tipping them babies day and night, their movement is foul as ever. That's not justifiable.
Exactly. It seemed like if it was somebody else, they would have been arrested us a long time ago. They arrest so many other people for less.
They arrest people for no driving with license.
Exactly. For less. So why aren't they arrested? There must be something coming. It got to be. Because they definitely scammers.
For higher officials, there got to be some higher officials that needed that organ transplant for their grandchildren, children, somebody.
Something.
I don't believe, I believe that, you know, like Princess Diana, and I mean not Diana, but the Queen Elizabeth and all of that, they really get the organs and replace it inside of them, keep their, you know, stuff going longer, and they do the blood transfusions from younger kids, and all that good stuff.
Just to live longer.
You know, keep it, because, man, that lady's supposed to be in Crow.
Oh yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
She for sure getting all that young youth stuff up
hmm
in her.
Queen
You hear what I'm
Elizabeth,
saying?
yeah,
This
she
is
like
what they
200.
do when they got money to keep their to keep living.
You're right. That's what they do, and that could be what happened to them. And then Trezelle and Jackie was still getting the check the whole time they've been gone. So everything is about money. So they was even getting the check, and then they got paid. They got paid off. It's just it's freaking sad, and I'm so sick of it already. I'm ready for them to get arrested. I'm about to call the
I'm ready to
FBI.
ask my damn self.
hmm
They better be lucky.
This is what I'm saying. Like, don't you think people might do street justice or something with these people? They need to pick these people up.
Like, there needs to be some citizens arrest going on around here. Because the police feel like they don't want to tamper with the investigation. You feel me? Like, people, what's the red hat guys where they used to like, walk around the streets to protect the people, the guardian angels.
Oh yeah, the guardian angels. Yep, and they still do that.
Guardian angels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they can find their act, they can arrest them. Like, you can really make a citizen's arrest, but you got to catch a person in the act of a crime.
Exactly.
Right then and there.
Yep, exactly.
So that's the only move. So, you feel me? They walking on a thin line of ice.
And you know they got their house bugged. They probably bugged that house when they went up in there. And then they gave them back them phones. I wonder if they was talking on them phones and that their phones might be bugged.
They took one hit, they started tweaking. They was like, oh, hell no, these phones, my text gotta go.
They threw them phones away a long time ago, huh?
Go find this motherfucker.
Right, exactly. Girl, they probably in that house tweaking. Cause you know they probably be like, shh.
Drugs. They nothing to do with drugs out there.
It's right.
They high out their mind. Thought they was gonna get away with it, and the plan only sound good to them because the show they fly with me. I would have been like, what plan y'all got right now? Oh,
yeah, and it's crazy because the bio mom said that they told her something else when she came to the door. So that story was made up. They made that story up right there. Yes.
And this is cocaine. Everybody in the game, 20 pounds.
Exactly. Why is you so?
You on drugs if you ain't gained 20 pounds. You feel me?
Girl, I'm telling you, we all gained weight during this COVID, and then they didn't go outside. Exactly. Right. What y'all doing something? They smoking something, girl. Shit. Cause Trezelle don't look like he been eating nothing. He been messing with that Jack Daniels.
And his dad looks like he drinks the same liquor.
It's right.
With them army boots on.
They both look alike. They look like twins.
The army and shit.
They look like twins.
Yes.
They do, girl. They look like twins. Shit, we gonna figure it. We gonna keep talking about it. We gonna figure it out. I hope they don't think that we going anywhere. And Trezelle and Jackie watches this channel, so they are gonna get these messages. They think people can't see them. They be trying to change their name and shit, but your name is still Trezelle. He puts Trezelle and then he puts another last name. Like we ain't gonna know that's you. Big dummy. It's a hot damn mess.
I'm just hella upset that they assassinating our character as people and as intelligent, hard working individuals. Because how you insult my intelligence? Now I really got a problem. Now you think I'm dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one thing a motherfucker don't like to play with is their intelligence.
Right.
I feel playing with mine.
Exactly. They acting like we really supposed to believe this shit. Like we not gonna believe. No, we don't believe it. And if you watch the video, if they go watch their own damn video, they see how stupid they look. Telling us that shit. That was some bullshit. You was throwing wood over the fence. What wood? I bet you there wasn't no wood in their backyard. That's why the police was over there digging.
There was some backwoods.
Some backwoods in the fucking garbage can. And all that damn Jack Daniels. Damn fool. Girl.
Smoking Bammer. You know they smoking Bammer out there.
Oh my God. Because because they don't look like they have. They buy quality of anything. Yeah.
Like when they did they shoes like what kind of name brand is that? That even it's the shoes tell a lot about her.
It does.
I mean you trying to do stuff for yourself, When we look at feet on up. You hear what I'm saying? So it's a lot about you just from your feet.
Exactly. From your feet to your teeth.
Holes in them or something. That told me a lot about you. People put on holy shoes.
Right. And you walking up and down the street with some holy shoes on, a backpack, and you're fully covered up like you're a damn ninja or something.
In Bakersfield in 90-degree heat.
Exactly. And you got a big ass dog chain around your dog's neck, like the dog is. He was smaller than the chain. He could do a hula hoop with that damn chain that was around his neck. That.
That girl, they would have locked me up already for shit like that. They would have thought they don't do this. Oh, you're going down.
Exactly. You're out of here, girl. We would have been locked up. They done locked me up for less.
Somebody's covering up.
They done locked me up for less and told me I better not come back. Shit.
Putting all this time and work and effort. Y'all need to send police station a bill. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh my God, girl, for real.
Y'all doing their job for it.
Shit, we all need to send them a bill. Shit, because pretty soon, somebody gonna stumble across something. You know how that always happens. Somebody walking their dog, or somebody hiking, or somebody doing something, and they stumble across some remains. It happens all the time. Somebody.
I believe they really Oregon traffic that situation. The situation Oregon traffic, and it came to the light because the black market is so freaking
yeah, it's hot right now. It's hot. It's popping. And there's so many black people coming up missing. It's a lot of black women coming up missing. Black kids. And a lot of them probably getting, doing, like you said, they need them organs. You guys, what do you think about that possibility? That could be about the organs. That definitely is something that could have happened. I mean, who knows? He killed them because Jack hated them and was jealous of his love for the boys, and his demons took over and he lost it. And that could happen. That could happen. And I know it has a lot to do with Jackie, because Jackie was the one who was in that house with those kids all day, every day. I know Jackie was the one that did something first. Jackie I believe that Jackie's the ringleader in all this. I do. I think she is the ringleader, and I think she called Trezell up to tell him he need to get home. And when he got there, This is what it was. And he was like, we got to get rid of the other one because he going to tell. But we ain't going to worry about the other 4 because they already terrified of me. So I got this. Because how do them kids know the last time they seen those boys was on the 19th? When some days we don't even know one day from the other. How would they know that? I wouldn't even believe no kids if they was like, I haven't seen my brother since the 19th. I'll be like, what day was the 19th? Boy, how the hell you know when the 19th was? That don't even make no sense. No, you can't. No, those kids ain't finna remember, oh, it was the 19th. And then they went on vacation and the little ones didn't. The only reason why they was at Wanda's house or whoever house they was at, grandma, is because Trezelle and Jackie was getting ready to do this little plan. They was getting ready to come out with everything, to call the police, to make it look like, the boys went missing. That's the only reason why Jackie and Trezelle dropped them off at Wanda's house, so they could go through the motions of reporting them missing and doing all this stuff. Because who lets their kids, it's getting ready to be Christmas. Usually grandma comes to your house to see the kids because it's almost Christmas, right? So she gonna bring the gifts she got and come over to our house. We got the bigger house, and I don't know if it was cleaner or not, but we got the bigger house. We live out in Cal City now. The kids got more room to play. Why would you hustle up 4 kids and put them in the van and take them over to Wanda dirty ass house? That don't make no fucking sense. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, baby. I just don't understand. Like, you think that we supposed to believe that you dropped off your 4 kids and then you came back. You was on camera getting out the van. Only you and your wife got out the van. You and Jackie, rather, because that ain't your wife. Y'all got out the van. There was no kids, no more kids in the van. And they damn sure wasn't in the house. Or did you guys leave them in the house while you went and dropped the other kids off in Bakersfield? And I don't know why that they haven't arrested them even on lying to the police, because we could clearly see on the video Jackie's ass did not even come out that house. And she talking about we searched. Oh no, we didn't search because your lazy ass didn't even come out the house to even pretend like you searched. You didn't search. And Trezelle went to the left for 6 minutes. And why would you get in your van and leave when your kids is 3 and 4? They not down the fucking street. You didn't look under the car. You didn't knock on the neighbor's door. You wasn't hollering and screaming. It wasn't even an emergency, Trezelle. We saw you. We all saw you. You went to the left for 6 minutes, came back, got out the van, was looking at your phone, stood by. You wasn't in a hurry to be You wasn't even in a panicked. There wasn't no panic about you at all. You stood by the tree messing with your phone, kind of even leaned up against the tree like you was getting comfortable. There wasn't no, and Jackie, you didn't even come out the house. You didn't scream. You didn't make a noise. You didn't look in the backyard. Jackie, you didn't even go in the backyard. You didn't, even when Trezelle went to the left, you didn't even come out the house screaming or nothing. You didn't even look in the front yard for the kids. Because if they went out the back, they had to come around to the front. You didn't even look out the window. So that's why we on your line, because we know y'all full of shit. And the only reason why y'all came out for that interview is because the bio mom was out there. And y'all knew y'all had to come outside because you wanted to know what the hell she was talking about with the news people. And y'all know that was really gonna make y'all look bad if y'all stayed in the house and the bio mom and the bio family was out there getting ready to get interviewed. That's the only reason they came out the house, y'all, because the bio mom was out there talking about we needed to be out here. And then you tell us that bullshit ass story, and then at the end, Jackie, you spell your name wrong. You said it twice. You spelled it wrong once. We've been writing these names since we was in kindergarten, preschool, and you spell your name wrong? Is that your name? That might not be her name, you guys. Her name might be something else. And you know what I believe? I believe that Jackie is using somebody else's name. She might be using that baby's name that got kidnapped in Arizona, because she got ties to Arizona. She could be using that baby's name. But guess what? We finna figure it out, because somebody done called Arizona Police Department and they said they want to talk to little Miss Jackie. They did not lose the boys that day on the 21st. They sure didn't. Those kids been gone because, like my son said on the phone, you can't that situation is not going to go away. And what they did have is they had planned the time. They had planned. They had time to plan out what they was going to do. And then they had time because the boys had been gone so long. They didn't have that panic in them no more. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't. They wasn't as scared as they was when whatever happened because time has passed. A lot of time has passed. So they done got through whatever they had to get through. They couldn't even cry. That's how long it's been. They couldn't even cry. Who doesn't cry and you lost two kids? Your voice wasn't even shaky, Jackie. You didn't even want to be out there. We know that y'all know where these kids is at. And you're going to get caught. I believe those boys were gone long before December 21st. Or, of course they were gone before December 21st. I believe they've been gone. Okay, Jamal took that picture of them December 20th, right? I mean, December. It was around Christmas, December 2019. I think they went missing right after that because there's no more photos, nothing, not a video, not a photo, not nothing of those kids. And if you've been in your house all day, every day with 6 kids, and you ain't took no pictures, no videos, because as mothers and grandparents, women, ladies, we take a lot of pictures. We take a lot of pictures. We fill that's why our phones don't be working, because we got so much shit in our phones. That's why we always got to go get new phones, because we fill them up so fast. Or we break them, they drop. And Jackie and Trezelle, when they was in Bakersfield, they was like, this is where we gonna do it at. We gotta do it here because we can't take any of this stuff with us. Like, whatever happened, we're not gonna take the shit with us. So we gonna do it here in Bakersfield. And then we gonna get rid of our van. We gonna get new phones and we gonna get a new house. So when we do have to call the police, there ain't no trace of the kids. Nothing. There's nothing. They don't have nothing. And what they did, they probably brought a couple of their shirts or something so the dogs could smell it. I don't even believe they brought any of their clothes with them. And I don't think that the dog went in the backyard because Jackie and Trezelle didn't let those kids outside. They didn't even let them in the backyard. So that's why the dog didn't. It didn't. And they can't tell me that they don't trust them dogs, so they spend a lot of money on them damn dogs, training them dogs. So Jackie and Trezelle thought, oh, we're going to get new phones. We're going to get our new van. And we're going to get up out of here. Because everything happened in that apartment. That's where the shit played out at, as Trezelle says. That's when it all played out. Because whatever Trezelle was thinking when he was getting interviewed in that video, it was coming. That's why he kept saying it was because it was running through his mind. So he didn't mean to say rambunctious. It was running through his mind though, what was taking place with the kids at the time. Whatever happened. Because maybe the oldest one was running through the house or something, or maybe Jackie did something to the oldest one. And then she probably called Trezelle on the phone and was like, you need to get your ass home. And he got home and it was, what you gonna do now? Huh? You still gonna be out sleeping with that bitch? Because now we got a problem. And you gonna have to get rid of the other one. I bet you that's what happened. All that shit happened in Bakersfield. Exact, mine too. My eyes would have been swollen. I would have lost my freaking mind if I lost both of my kids. I can't even imagine losing my kid for a minute. I would be going freaking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They probably would have had to sedate me because I would have been going crazy, just like you guys would have been. That is what happened to them kids. Whatever they did it in Bakersfield. She called Trezelle up and was like, you need to come home. And I believe that they came up with that story that day on the 21st. I believe they came up with that specific story. They probably had all kind of other stories that they was playing out, like playing with, seeing if, what does this sound like? How does this sound? And then Trezelle probably was coming up with the stories, and Jackie was like, I don't want you, don't blame it on me. So Trezelle blamed it on himself. That's why he said that he left the gate open. That's blaming it on himself. It was me. It's my fault. Don't be mad at her. It was me. Because Jackie was like, I'm not gonna be coming outside dealing with that bio family. You got to make it look like it was your fault. That's what happened, y'all. They think they slick. They not slick. We know what the hell happened. And then they go make up that old weird ass story that they made up. And you could tell Trezelle made that shit up that day. Because when he took that breath, okay, it was cold. He made that shit up right while he was standing there. That's why he told Jackie to go first. He was like, you go first. Because he had to think about what he was finna say. Or he wouldn't have told her to go first. He would have just said what happened. But he was like, no, you go first. Because he had to think about what was getting ready to come out his mouth. Because the bio mom had already said, that's not what they told me. So he came up with that story when he came outside. He had to think about it. And then while he was thinking about it, whatever happened to the boys was running through his mind. And then he might as well just have said they were some badass fucking kids, okay? Because rambunctious. Who would describe their kids as being rambunctious? And little boys, They do that. Like, they run around and so do little girls. Shit, you can't keep a little girl from jumping. My granddaughter comes over here and jumps on the fucking bed and like she's a damn monkey just running around the house, climbing on shit. They all do that shit. They need to take that other van because it's in that other van. Whatever happened is in that other van. The police need to take that other van because they didn't get rid of all the evidence. Some of that evidence is still in that van because they ain't that smart. They not. Giselle and them think that they smart. If they even thought that we was gonna believe that story, they not that smart. That shit was some bullshit. And then you got cameras, all these cameras. Now, what happened to the footage from? Okay, say they was living there for 3 months. Where's all that footage at? Did they have any footage from 3 months before this all went down? Before it all played out, like Trezelle said. You guys, I bet there's footage of them leaving and going. And I bet you there was only 4 kids. Even before that day, the 19th, I bet you there was only 4 kids showing that whole time they were there. I'm sure they got somebody's video. Did you see how many people on that street and in that little area had fucking video? It was a lot. It was a lot. And I bet you that's why Bakersfield took over, because there's no way that there ain't no footage of them. There's no Walmart footage of them. There's no doctor's appointments footage of them. Where is the footage of the boys when you had them? They haven't had them in so long. Probably ain't no footage. And then they had to go to Jamal's page to get the pictures of the boys off of that for the flyers. They didn't even have none. They didn't have no pictures. And they still haven't put up no pictures. You know why? Because they haven't had them. They have not had them. I hate when people do that. They try to call you on that little Facebook thing. They haven't had the kids, you guys. They're going to be rambunctious. That's yeah. Trezelle and tech. That's all they took is our tech. And Trezelle had cameras inside that house. Now, you know what? Trezelle was one of those kind of people that liked all that stuff, all that tech and stuff. So you know those cameras probably was working in that house. He had cameras on. This nigga had cameras inside the house. Not on the outside, but inside. And I thought that was a little strange. But my son is like that too. He's a tech guy. And I went to my son's house a couple weeks ago, and he had video inside his house too, because he had a dog. So he wanted to see what the dog was doing while he was at work. And Trezelle, same thing. He had cameras in that house. And I bet you there was some footage on there. And I bet that Bakersfield took over because there was no sign of those kids being in Cal City. I bet you they probably got the video. Trezelle's video that he got. Because I think that Trezelle forgot to take his video cameras down because he's so tech savvy. He forgot to take them videos down out his house. Because one was still sitting in the window when AV and them was walking around the house. He was like, whoop, there go a camera right there. Mr. Tech Savvy. And then that's probably when they figured out the boys ain't never been in that house. Never. And y'all don't think that that house is bugged? They done bugged that house. They gave them back their phones. That's bugged too. And I believe that somebody gave the police Jackie's old phone. Mm. I think the police got Jackie's old phone. All they gotta do is find the phone numbers from when they adopted those kids, all the numbers that they done had, and especially that phone from when they adopted the kids. They need to find that phone because everything that happened is in that phone. Whatever Jackie's number was, Jackie and Trezel's number was, when they adopted those kids, that's where they need to go. They need to get them phones. Jack was Jack was white, and police were as a dead body was just swaying back and forth, trying not to flash back to seeing what. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what they was doing. They. She couldn't stop moving, and he couldn't. His mind was on. It was moving because he had to think of a story to tell. He had to think of a story to tell. And while he was thinking of it, whatever happened was playing in his head because maybe the oldest one was running, playing, jumping on the couch, and that's when he got. And then he had to come home to see that. And I think Jackie, I know it was you. You did the first one, and Trezel came home and did the second one, and they got rid of him. They called somebody up to come help them, and whoever they called was a killer, and he got rid of them bodies. That's why ain't nobody claiming that money because it was only probably them three that know that part. As far as the kids being buried and all that, I think that whoever they called somebody else to help them get rid. I know there's at least 4 or 5 people that's in that immediate little circle right there that knows, and they scared to talk. Them little extra people, they probably terrified to say something. Shit, if he went and came and took care of Trezel and Jackie's problem, why wouldn't he take care of somebody that might say something? So they might be scared to say something, y'all. He kept blinking fast when he was telling those lies. Yeah, he was. And did you guys see when he turned around, all that sweat on his back? And remember that day when they were standing out there, it was cold. Remember that? Mm-hmm. It was cold that day. The back of his shirt was all soaking wet. So you know he was sitting up there telling a big fat lie. What happened, Tammy? Wanda and Sherry Basco. Yeah. Wanda, I believe Miss Wanda, this is what I believe about you, Miss Wanda. I believe that you made the paperwork. You and Sherry was working for CPS. I believe y'all made the paperwork for Trezel and Jackie, and you created a job for them. You probably put down that they worked at the ice cream truck place. That's probably what you always do. And you made it look like they had jobs. And you made it look like they were suited to be foster parents. And they weren't. They were just 2 pieces of shit that wasn't worth any fucking thing. You don't work, you don't work, and you don't work. How bad can it get? And then they say, I'm just saying that they went to Wanda's house for a vacation It was either Wanda's house or Jackie's mom's house. It was only either or. And I don't know which one is worse. I haven't seen Miss whoever her mama is. I ain't never seen her house. But who would go on vacation at that Bakersfield house? That don't look like a vacation house to me. It really don't. They what? They went over there and helped V. They helped it. They helped V. What they helped V with? And y'all see how that backyard was when we first started this story? Did you guys see how that backyard was? Something was going down in that backyard. And Miss Wanda, you know about it because that's your backyard. She falsely, she would facilitated them and knew all along they were capable of. He had to have killed animals. As a child, oh, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. He looked like one of them people, huh? He do. Trezell, he looked like he was into some shit as a kid. He probably was in the backyard, you know, wringing the dog little neck and burying them. You see all them holes they had in their backyard? What do you guys think was in them holes? Why do people have holes in their backyard? I have a fire pit in my backyard, and I built this little thing around it with red rock, so it would like sit in the middle of my backyard, just in case I want to go out there and, burn some marshmallows or something with my grandkids. But it looked like they had dug like pits to like burn stuff in. Like, why would you mess your backyard up like that? For what? Why would you do that? And my son couldn't come over to my house and start burning shit in my backyard. I would really be pissed off about that shit. But he wouldn't do it because I'm not playing no games like that. But Wanda, you played the game like that. You let your son come over there, burn a van seat in your backyard. The fire department had to be called. Why would you do that? And then you're mad at us because we're on your line. You got to be, you got to know something or you know something. I believe it. I believe Wanda knows something. And Miss Wanda, please don't come out with no more statements. We don't believe you. We don't. We don't believe nothing about them statements you done called yourself writing. We know you ain't writing them. Because that's the same thing that Trezell said in that interview. My babies. That's all we want. We just want our babies back. And that had the same thing in it in your raggedy ass statement. Okay? So we know you didn't write that. Trezell might have wrote it. Jamal or Trezell, one of them, because that's exactly what Trezell said. And when he made his statement too, I just want my babies back. That's it. And here you come, months later. Now they're your babies. I don't believe you, Miss Wanda. You got to come with something better. You got to come with something better than that. You do. I mean, go search. Go make some flyers. Wear a T-shirt. You don't even wear a T-shirt with the kids' pictures on it. Do you? You're not looking for them. Nobody is. Nobody in your family. And nobody in your family even came out and spoke about you guys. And this is what kills me right here. We still don't know anything about the boys. We don't know how they were, what they like to play with, what their favorite color was. You guys haven't described them in any form or fashion. in a nice way. I don't even know, you know, what kind of drinks did they like to drink? Did they like Kool-Aid? Did they help you make um, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the kitchen? Did they like being in the kitchen? Did they like swimming? Did they know how to swim? Because they were 3 and 4. Like I used to, I took my kids to the Y when they was babies to learn how to swim. Like, did they know how to swim? Did they know how to use floaties? Like, we don't know nothing about these kids. And you guys are mad because we are on your line about finding the kids, the boys. You can't even tell us nothing about them. It's sad. So, Miss Wanda, I hope you don't go and write another statement. I'm over your statements. I don't believe you. Because if you really were a real grandmother, you'd be out searching. You'd be really worried about these grandkids, and you'd be out searching. And it's sad because you and your family keeps telling everybody else just to keep searching. That's sad. And you're not helping. Are we the best that's out there? I believe that. I believe we're all the best that's out there. Maybe that's what you think. And that's fine. But still, you need to be searching. You don't, I don't believe that you care about these kids like that. That is a sign of guilt. And it's sad. And we are online every day begging you to come forward and say something about the babies. Tell us something about them. Do you know anything about them? I mean, you guys, this is why I don't believe that they had the kids for that long, because they don't, they're not saying nothing about these kids. Did they know what kind of ice cream that they liked? Did they know if they played, like basketball or football? Because at 3 and 4, you know if they like football or basketball or what their favorite sport is, because they always carrying around a damn ball. My boys did it, so I know Classic and Sincere had something that they liked. Did they have a train set or something? I mean, what? We don't know anything about these kids. And you guys are mad at us because we want to find them. Wanda, as a mother and a grandmother, you need to do better. I know none of us are perfect, but you really need to do better. You got to come with something better than that. Because I don't believe you. I don't. I don't believe these were your babies, and I don't believe, you just want your babies back. Because Trezell said the same exact quote in his interview. So it sounds like Trezell wrote the letter. So I don't believe you. I think that you should get out and search. You need to be more vigilant. These are your grandkids. And if they were mine, I'd be out. I'd be out searching. I couldn't sleep at night. I wouldn't even be you probably would have to sedate me because I couldn't go to sleep. Classic and Sincere are God's children, and they just got them missing with no confession. Exactly. And I like to believe that, because that makes me feel good that they're with God. Because me thinking that they were somebody else um, that could be more monstrous than Trezell and Jackie, I hate to even think about them with somebody. So I just think about them being with God, and I'm okay with that, because at least they're free from all this sadness. They don't have to hurt anymore. And then they don't have to have a fake family. Because I know what it's like to have a fake family, and it don't feel good. It don't. I had that family that Well, they weren't as dirty as them, but they was just as conniving. And they some monsters. They still monsters. But I don't mess with them. Mm-mm. I don't have family like that because I was an abused child. I don't mess with my family. I don't go to family gatherings. I don't talk to them. I don't do any of that. I created my own family when I had children, but being so messed up when I was, coming up, shit. I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew is I wanted to get the fuck away from these abusers, okay? And it's sad, but two, I don't talk to three of my kids. I got five. I don't talk to three of them. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. I'm not gonna lose no sleep. They good. They doing their thing. Hey, they all grown. Whatever happened, happened. And I've moved past it. So if they want to come and talk to me whenever they get ready to come talk to me, and I'm here, if they're lucky, I'll still be on this earth, or I will leave the earth and they just will never say nothing to me again. That's fine. I'm not losing no sleep over it. But I'm telling you, being an abused child is not is not fun. And then people think because if you're molested, like, if a molested kid comes spend the night at your house, they're gonna molest your kids. That ain't how it works. And I hate for people to think like that because that's not how it works. Just because we were sexually abused doesn't mean we're coming to your house if we spend a night at your house with your kids that we're gonna abuse your kids. That shit ain't out. That's not how it works. And I wish you guys would stop saying that because it's kind of like blaming the abused kids that they got abused. That's how you see us. No, we're not all pedophiles. We don't all go out and want to sleep with people's kids, and we just want to be safe, just like your kids is safe. We don't want you thinking that we can't spend a night at your house because we were molested and we're gonna molest your kids. That ain't how this shit works. I heard somebody saying it on LV's. LV was interviewing somebody the other day, and she was like, yeah, you don't know, and it's true, you don't know kids when kids are in foster care. You don't know these kids, but if you choosing to be a foster parent, you are taking the good with the bad, okay? But it doesn't mean that if a kid is molested, they're not coming to fucking molest your kids, okay? We are all not bad people. I know some people say that when they get in trouble. Oh, I was molested, and that's why I'm a serial killer. Ugh. But I'm sure some other shit didn't happen to the motherfuckers too. Okay. So anyway, I wish people would stop saying that. But anyway, I mean, it just made me a stronger person. That's all. It made me a stronger woman. I don't have friends. I don't have any friends. Not one. I don't hang out with women. I don't, you know, I don't have friends. And I'm just a loner. But that's the way I am. And I don't, maybe it is because I was an abused child. I just like to be by myself. I'm safer that way. That's just how I feel. Even though I've been to counseling over and over and over and over and over and over all through my life, I had to put myself through counseling. My family wouldn't put me through counseling. They try to sweep the shit under the rug. You know, you can't talk about it. You can't tell nobody. Um, you're gonna ruin our name. And then my mother stayed with the guy that molested me. They stayed together. So no, I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have, I don't talk to my sisters. I don't talk to my brothers. It ain't none of that. It's not. And my family is fucked up. Okay. I don't give a fuck how much money they got. They're fucked up. Anybody is fucked up that can choose a child molester over your child. So I don't mess with any of those people. I haven't even seen my mother in, I don't even know, 9 or 10 years, and she lives right up the street. If I saw her at the grocery store, I wouldn't speak to her. So I mean, we go through a lot, you guys. We do, and that's why I love my babies. I love little kids. I do. I love them, and I hate to see them being abused. And I could just imagine what what Sincere and Classic was going through. And when I looked at that picture of him and Jamal just smiling like it's the best day of his life, and that little boy wasn't even smiling. I already knew he's being abused. Because I used to feel like that too. I didn't never smile in none of my pictures. When all my pictures from when I was growing up, never had a smile on my face. Never. You know why? I was being sexually abused for 7 years of my life, the first 7 years. And I'm talking about from a baby till I got 7. That's a long time to be molested by your mom's boyfriend. And I'm thinking, I used to think that was my father. I didn't even know that wasn't my father until I revealed that I was being molested. They weren't going to tell me. They weren't even going to tell me. So I'm thinking my own father's molesting me. And then you know what he tells me? You need to stop telling people that I molested you, because guess what? Nobody's going to believe you. That's what he used to tell me. And then one day he told me, you need to stop telling people that I'm not your father. Nobody cares. It's just like, you know what, God, you really picked the family for me, okay? Thanks. Thanks a lot. Because these fucking people, they got their fucking nerves. But that made me, because I don't know anything else. I don't know my life as anything else. So that part of my life made me a stronger woman. It made me the woman I am today. And I love me, you guys. I love me to death. I wouldn't do anything to hurt me. So when I see little kids that are, being abused and stuff, oh my God, it breaks my heart, because I already know what fucked up shit they're going through. I mean, and then I was the darkest. I was the darkest woman in my family. I was the darkest child in my family for the longest. I used to think I was adopted. I did. I thought I was adopted. I was like, how could I come out of this white person? I mean, dark as I am. I know they had to adopt me, but no, I was just the dark one. I actually was the dark one and had pretty hair too, because one of my sisters, she came out with nappy hair, and I was like, because they all light skinned. So I was like, oh, see, evil self, So people think, they would never think that, because of a white woman, I'm here. Look at my black ass. But yeah. But yeah, my family was like, yeah, you're gonna mess up our name. You need to not say anything about any of that stuff that happened to you. Until I got old enough, and then I wouldn't shut my mouth. I told everybody. I would tell anybody who would listen, and that's what helped me get through all that garbage. But yeah, it happened, and it happens, and it's shit still happening. That's why I don't mind telling my story, because guess what? Somebody else is gonna hear it, and it's gonna be their story, and it might save somebody's life. And Trezelle and Jackie, if you listening, you guys should be ashamed of yourself for even taking those kids like you got them, and then doing whatever you want to do with them, and then just throw them away. You're going to fucking jail. That's what you're going to do. You're going to jail. And I hope they go for the death penalty. I hope you got so many charges you can't even think straight. Because it's sad. It's just plain wrong. It's sad. And you guys don't know how much you fuck up a kid by doing stuff to them. And it's sad because we don't get a chance to be ourselves. Like, oh God, you guys, I wanted to go to the military when I was little. I was like, I'm going to the military. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I had to end up. This is how I left the house. I had to go get pregnant to leave my house. I left when I was 15. Instead of going to the military, I ended up being with a 34-year-old drug dealer, and he finished raising me. Kicked my ass, slapped shit out of me, just used to beat my fucking ass. Made me go to school, made me finish school, made me go to Bible college, made me take classes at the college because I guess he wanted me to be somebody one day. That's what I ended up with at 15, a 34-year-old drug dealer. I didn't get my first job, you guys. I didn't get a job until I was 32 years old. I'm 50 now. My first job was when I was 32. You know why? Because I was with a drug dealer so long that's all I knew. Even though I went to school and stuff, no. He taught me how to hustle. He taught me how to sell drugs. He taught me how to weigh them out, all that. He taught me how to count money, taught me how to cook. He taught me about my period. He taught me about other men. He taught me about other women. He taught me about everything. Every fucking thing. But don't forget, I got a bunch of ass whoopings too. Sure enough, I did. I got it beat into me. So I went from one being abused by by my family, and then going to be abused by a fucking drug dealer. So yeah, I didn't get a job till I was 32. And I was so fucking spoiled. I was a spoiled bitch, okay? A spoiled rotten ass bitch. And I have and I'm telling you right now, like, I have a fucking shopping addiction, okay? I shop all the fucking time. It's ridiculous, and it's not funny because it's like a drug addiction. Like, I can't stop shopping. Like, I love to go shopping, and it sounds fun, but it's not. I spend a lot of money doing that. So that stresses me out sometimes that I got fucking 600 pair of fucking tennis shoes, and I don't fucking even wear probably 4 or 5. I only wear like 4 or 5 of them. But I'm still working on me, y'all. I'm still working on me. But we gotta get these guys, and we gotta put them in prison. They gotta go. Trezelle and Jackie, because thank God that God has the babies, because I wouldn't even want them to have to grow up and deal with all the bullshit that I had to deal with growing up. And then you don't get counseling, and if you don't get counseling, you just keep that shit bottled up. You keep it bottled up until it's time to let it all out. And when it's time to let it all out and the bomb drops, I'll be I would feel sorry for the person that it drops on, because people just fuck you up as a child. You don't get a chance to do any of the things that you want to do, and you don't know how to do them. And then I used to start stuff without finishing them. I mean, it used to be a fucked up situation, you guys. I really am just now growing out of doing stupid shit. I'm really like, I think 49 was when I really started growing up and growing out of doing dumb shit. I still ain't perfect, but I'm working on me. But hopefully, you know, we can stop other people from doing this to other babies, so they don't have to go through the shit I went through and the shit a lot of other people went through. I'm just saying. And there's no instruction book to raising a kid. Maybe somebody should make one, so they could be like, this is what you gotta do. This, and this. You got to have this, this, and this before you have a kid. You got to go through, you should be able to, you should have to go for a mental exam before you have a baby. I believe that. You should be mentally, evaluated before you have a child because everybody's not fit to be a mother or a father. And like I said, I don't deal with my family. And can you just imagine not going to family gatherings, not talking to any of the people in your family, your first cousins, your second cousin? Your first cousins are like your brothers and sisters. I don't speak to any of those people. And when I leave my house every day, it's just me. It's just me. I don't mingle with a lot of different people, and I'm not in the club, or I'm not doing any of that shit because my life was so rough at an early age. I had to grow up fast. When I was like 14, I really was like 25 or 30, like, because I was taking care of myself. I was taking care of a full household because I was with this drug dealer, and I was taking care of him, the household, everything. And then he was married, so he would go on the weekends. He would go home, and then on a weekday he would be with me, and we'd be out riding around and doing what drug dealers and drug dealers' girlfriends do. And I was only 14, and he was 34, 35. And just think right now, shit, I'm 50. Oh, shit, that nigga's almost 80 years old. Yeah. So, you got to be careful who you bring home around your kids. Um, my mom was with that dude for at least 10 more years after that happened to me. And she still loves him to this day. She'll just do anything for him. She'll kiss the ground he fucking walks on. And my aunt married a child molester. He molested me in my aunt's swimming pool in their backyard. I mean, it was just one cycle after another. My mom's boyfriends, they used to wait they waited until I got probably 13. And then they would want me to spend the night at their house. They would molest me. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. I used to hate being pretty because I was like, I hate being stared at. Like, I used to hate when people stare. I go to the grocery store and people just stare, but they were staring at me because I'm beautiful. But I would be like, what the fuck you looking at? But it was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing, but I just had my brick wall up. But I put myself through counseling, and I did it for probably about 8 years. And I really just stop, doing stupid shit. But I had to grow up somehow. I had to grow up at some point. I really couldn't just keep running because that's what I was doing, running away from shit. I got 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies. And you know why? Because I'm a runner. Because when them motherfuckers started shit, I would leave. I would run. I would get in my car. I would pack up my car and leave. You can keep the house, everything. Goodbye. And go on to the next one. Have a baby with him. He'll start some shit. Because I'm terrified of fucking being in a relationship and somebody yelling at me and hollering and screaming and about to, oh no, I'm out of here. As soon as they leave, I'm packing up my shit and I'm going. I would run. So I kept running to Seattle. So I ended up here. And I've been gone. I mean, I would leave and come back, but yeah, I wouldn't go back to California. So when I go back to California and visit, I don't go see my family. Mm-mm. I'll just go visit. I got a girlfriend that I grew up with, and she's a weird bitch to me now too, and I don't really fuck with her like that, but because every time I see her, she always be like, "I'm glad you're here. Oh man, I need to pay my rent. My car notes due." I'm like, bitch, when we start doing this? Because when we was growing up, I was the drug dealer's girlfriend, and she was the bitch with the regular. She had a regular job, and the bitch was making $80,000 when we was 21. So I had all the cash. I would bring all the cash, and she would have all the credit cards. So it worked out. And we would go out of town and get rooms and shit, and go to y'all know, we would go to them what is it called, the when all the basketball players get together. I forget what night it was, but we would go out, and shit, you couldn't tell us shit. But that's what kind of lifestyle that I've been living since I was. So I did that until I was 32, and I was like, fuck this, I need to get me a job. I'm starting to get older, I need to get a fucking job and stop playing. And then that's what I did. I got a job, and I just kept fucking working. So I haven't been working that long. I'm 50 now. I've been working, what, 22 years? That ain't even that long for Social Security, you guys. I'm probably going to have to work till I'm fucking 80 years old. I don't know. I don't know, but I did get lucky. I did get lucky. I got lucky because I had a job I was working at for 16 years, and they talked us into buying Bitcoin in 2008. But I'm gonna give that to my grandkids. I was like, I'm gonna give that to my grandkids. I'm not even fuck with it. I'm gonna give it to my grandkids so they don't have to go through the same shit I went through. And I could already see the cycle hasn't even it's not broken. They're getting ready to go through some shit. They are. So I'm trying to do something about it. I'm trying to break the cycle and make sure that they got what they need and the tools that they need up here to fucking survive out here in these fucking streets. Because there ain't nothing in these fucking streets that's good for you. Nothing. But that's my story, y'all. And every time I come on, I might tell a little bit more of it because I know it's some women that need to hear it, and men too, and men, because men go through it too. And I try to tell a little bit more of it so you guys can know. But it ain't never too late. Never. It's never too late. If you still breathing, you can do it. You can make it. You can make it happen. These are all facts. There ain't nothing that I have to hide from you guys. I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I'll tell the whole world. I will. I will tell the whole world. I am not ashamed of it. I own it. It's mine. And, this is who I am. You can like it or hate it or love it. What happened? That's how we took care of my mom for the last years of her life. She didn't want a nursing home, and we wouldn't have her put in. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh, you got to pay for it. Oh, with the Bitcoin? Did you have the Bitcoin too? Yeah, I was watching TV one day, and I seen I think it was like right after the people stormed the Capitol, and then the next day the Bitcoin people called me, and they were telling me how much the stock was worth, and I was like, wow, shit. But what do I need? I don't really need it, really. I don't need it because you know I'm working and stuff. I'm cool. I don't require a big ass mansion or none of that. I'm good. I'm straight. So yeah, it is what it is. We gonna what happened? My brother invested in Bitcoin when it first came out. Oh, okay. So I think it was 2008. Um, I think that is when it first came out. So we all bought 100. I bought $100 worth of Bitcoin. So I should be like a 3-time millionaire or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But I'm giving that shit to my grandkids because yeah, I don't need it. I don't need nothing. Shit. I don't. I done had everything. I done lived my life, you guys. I just want them to be happy. You know. And maybe one day my other kids will talk to me and maybe they can have some of it. I don't know. But until then, I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I wish I would. I came this far. I came too far. Oh, did you? Good, Stacy. I mean, good, good. Because watch the stock is gonna go back up. Yeah, you guys buy Bitcoin if you can. Even just you can do $100, $200 like Stacy did, and yeah, it could be really something. It's something really nice for you, and you might need to use it. So yeah, you guys see, I really haven't been to work, right? I ain't been to work in 2 weeks. I just didn't feel I needed some time off for myself. So I'll go back to work and make it up, whatever. That's the one thing that's good about Bitcoin is if I don't want to go to work some days, I don't have to. So yeah. But I need to get back to work because it's just I love working and I love my job. So yeah, I need to get back to it. My son started out with $30 a few years ago. My brother got it for him. It's almost 6. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And another one that I also got some Merrill Lynch stock. That's a good stock too to get. Merrill Lynch. I'm gonna tell you what good. I'm gonna give y'all some tips about some stocks. I'm gonna tell y'all what stocks to get. Merrill Lynch, Bitcoin, Nike's a good one. Um, what else do I got? If you guys can invest in some real estate, that's always a good one. That's always good to invest in. Get you some real estate. That's gonna be amazing. Yes, you could be real estate rich. You might not have no money in your pocket, but you got $1 million in real estate. So it's all good. It's 2:23 in the morning. We've been chopping it up. I'm gonna have to let you guys go now. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I look like I'm tired. I need to go wash my face, brush my teeth. I love you guys. Get you some Bitcoin. Um, Make sure that you call and check on somebody. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Somebody needs to be checked on, you guys. And I love you. And make sure you guys are getting your notifications, okay? I love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Stacy. Love you. Bye, Erica. Have a good night, you guys. Good night, night. Love you guys.